Good evening, my darling batlings. I hope everyone's had a fantastic day. I know I have, thanks to having nice encounters with Olive, and then also my housemate's very energetic pupper, who jumped on me and gave me lots of kisses and had the zoomies and zoomed herself into my apartment. So, you know, fun with dogs today. That was something that brightened up my day. I'm joined tonight.
Everything better.
I'm joined tonight by Miles Above and Niko Belmont. JKR and Furret may or may not be on later. They are currently at TFCon, and whether they get on or not depends on, you know, basically whether they're feeling up to it and how long it takes for them to get home. If you guys see this, and they said they might also just tune into the stream as well, instead of co-commentating, which, you know, fair enough after a long day convention. I hope you guys are having fun. I wish I could be there with you, but unfortunately it didn't work out this year. Maybe another year.
Hopefully the con fatigue does not ruin you guys that hard.
I was originally scheduled to play some more Resident Evil 4 Remake Mod Madness tonight, but until I could sort out the issue, I found out what the issues that were causing, like, random bouts of my computer just, like, slowing down to a crawl during streams, and also possibly what was affecting Sonic Racing Crossworlds was. My computer, my current one, it has an issue running games in DirectX 12 as its API for the game. And that's what, like, everything runs on now by default, unless you use launch command arguments to make it run in DirectX 11 or Vulkan, if it supports it. So I'm going to be tinkering around with, like, you know, BIOS updates and stuff like that to see if that fixes it. So, also, I've been in a mood for this game tonight. Hey, Incineroar fan, glad to see you here.
Hey, Incineroar.
We're playing the 2010 remake of the Bandai Namco cult classic horror beat-em-up series Splatterhouse tonight, which I have a little bit of a history with. I was introduced to Splatterhouse through a old YouTube series called Still Gaming, who did a review of Splatterhouse, the original trilogy. And then I was further educated on it by a channel called Stop Skeletons from Fighting, back when he used to be known as the Happy Video Game Nerd. He did a retrospective on the original Splatterhouse trilogy, and also did a review of the remake when it came out, sort of like pushing back against some of the negative press that it had gotten. You know, as a Splatterhouse fan, instead of just as your average game journo. I just today beat the arcade Splatterhouse, the original Splatterhouse, for the first time. And I gotta say,
yeah,
it's hard as balls, which is weird because balls are usually soft and squishy, but
now I have a question for you. You said you beat the arcade Splatterhouse. How many continues or lives did it take you?
Bruh, I lost count, and I also had to crank the difficulty down to a notch to easy, just so I could get through the last two stages. I could get through most of the game on normal, but once you get to the womb level and it's spamming enemies at you that have random spawn placements, nah, there's no way I can do pattern recognition on this.
Yeah, I would also say in the arcade version, that makes it better than the TurboGrafx. The battle with, I want to say Possessed Jennifer in that game is a lot better on the arcade than it is in the TurboGrafx.
Yeah, because the screen real estate on the arcade is wider, so you get more area to move around in.
Well, it's not just that. I like the music, and it has like a little more of a drawn out like cutscene after the battle ends.
Yeah, the voice and the voice clips that Jennifer says in the Possessed Jennifer fight are different between the arcade and TurboGrafx versions. Not just different voice actress, but different lines entirely. In the TurboGrafx version, all she says is "help me," but
I think she says
just,
I'm dying in that one. The other one.
No, she doesn't. Now that we can hear it on like modern clear speakers, you can make out what she's saying a lot clearer.
Okay.
Like when you first encounter her in the TurboGrafx version, she just goes in like a cutesy high-pitched voice, "Help me!" But in the arcade version, you come across her, and right before she transforms, she says, "Oh, my darling."
Yeah, I think I remember that.
And her cries of "help me" when she briefly turns back into her human state after taking enough damage are a lot more, like, scared sounding. It hurts.
Yeah, it is. And, but overall, yeah, Splatterhouse is definitely up there as one of the harder, horror arcade games. Definitely up there.
But yeah, the Splatterhouse remake had a rough road to launch, because there was big conflicts between what the developer and the publisher wanted from it. Publisher being Bandai Namco, and they just kind of pretend that Splatterhouse doesn't exist. Like, they seem to be ashamed of it. Especially the remake, because it underperformed both critically and financially, and had a very troubled development. Like, they wanted it to be just like modern Splatterhouse, like keep it true to its arcade origins, arcade/home console origins if you count the sequels, and just like do it in modern graphics. The developer, which the director of it was hot off of the 1-2 punch of The Mark of Kree and Rise of the Kasai, which are apparently like two well-received sort of like sleeper hit games for PlayStation, or PlayStation 2 and 3 specifically. He decided to make this like a vanity project that had nothing to do with Splatterhouse. And when Bandai Namco found out that he was deviating so far from it that it had fuck all to do with Splatterhouse aside from the name, they basically kicked him to the curb and had to crunch to get the game out within a year.
I was also gonna ask, you mentioned before in a past stream that the person who did the Terror Mask voice was not
Jim Cummings
about it.
Jim Cummings voices the Terror Mask, as we'll hear. I'm yapping so much, and we haven't even gotten to the game screen, but there's so much to talk about with my love of this game.
It has a lot of trivia.
It has a lot of trivia, but like Jim Cummings, you might know him for very family-friendly roles like Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and Cat from Cat Dog and Dr. Robotnik from Adventures of Sonic Sat AM.
He's also Lucky Pikal from Bonkers.
Yes, lots of work with Disney in particular. This is one of his few, like, adult-oriented roles, and for years there was this rumor that this sort of like common knowledge that he hated working on Splatterhouse and he hated talking about it and he regretted ever doing it. Turns out, no, that's not true. People that have spoken to him at cons about it have said, like, he liked playing the Terror Mask, he enjoyed the recording process. The only problem he had with it is that he had to swear so much, because the Terror Mask swears like a sailor.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Anyways, let's get on over to the game screen. I can't find my physical copy of this anymore, and it goes for a lot on the secondhand market because it sold so poorly, as games that are cult classics while also bombing at retail tend to do. Hi there, Lulu.
Hey, Lulu.
So I have to play this off a backup on my 360.
Yeah, you had it, I assume you have it, like, downloaded, right?
Yeah, well, it was never released digitally, so I had to, thankfully there's, like, an exploit you can do on Xbox 360 now that makes it real easy to, like, play backup games off an external hard drive, so that's how I'm doing it.
Okay.
Like, it's the closest thing you can get to a soft-modded Xbox 360 without a soft mod being possible because of how tightly locked down the 360's architecture is. But what the only downside to it is, like, you have to run it every time you boot up the 360.
Yeah. Now, is it only the newer 360s?
It works
or is
on
it-
every model of 360.
Okay, I had to ask because a lot of mods, it's very finicky on what model you have.
Yeah, this is
So
the
it's
big
like-
deal about it, is that it works on every model, which even when it comes to hard modded 360s, you can't hard mod every model. So
Yeah.
this is the only sort of exploit that works on every model, even counting mod chips.
Huh.
I also heard that the remake of Splatterhouse's achievement list was also pretty tiring.
I haven't checked the achievement list, but I can imagine it is.
Yeah, because I think I remember some of them being like doing like certain no-hit runs on stages.
Yeah,
as
no
well
hit
as,
runs is going to be a pain in the ass because enemies gang up on you in droves.
Yeah, because I remember back during the 360 and PS3 era, they expected a lot of you from achievements. Like, you either did it and got it, or you didn't.
Yeah. One thing that's interesting is the remake includes as unlockables all 3 of the original Splatterhouse games. So once we get past Chapter 8, I could potentially do some streams of the original Splatterhouse games as well, without having to resort
would
to
be-
like computer emulation, because this is technically an official re-release.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool because
And it was,
it's been
it
a
was-
hot minute since I played the original.
It was also the first time that the arcade version was released on consoles in its original form, instead of just re-releasing the TurboGrafx version.
Yeah, I also think on the achievement list, there's also like a list for like beating the arcade games with little to no death. Ooh.
Yeah, I can imagine.
No,
There was also There was also DLC for
Go
this
ahead.
game, but it was just cosmetics. It was like different designs for the Terror Mask, and one of them was a pre-order bonus that got you the TurboGrafx design for the mask, where it's a red hockey mask.
Yeah.
First of all, let's go into here and make sure subtitles are turned on. Yes, they are.
Make sure you're on a difficulty you're able to handle, because
Yeah, this game is brutal even on normal difficulty. You're right. You take so much damage for such a big bulky guy.
I have a question.
Yeah?
They don't lock you out of the true final boss or whatever.
Oh
if you go
no,
on lower
no, they don't
difficulty,
do
right?
that.
Okay, I'm just making sure because I know some games like to do that, and I'm just like making
Yeah.
sure this one is not one of those.
This game also had some interesting promotion in that it's one of a handful of games where it had promotion in Playboy magazine, as in, like, the female lead of this game, Jennifer, posed, virtual model of her
Yeah.
was posed in an issue of Playboy as a centerfold.
Okay.
And there are collectible fan service / nude pictures of her in this game that I'm gonna have to be real careful about not hanging on too much.
Yeah, Splatterhouse, again, when they gave it the rated M title, it meant it.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna be playing on Savage difficulty, which is normal.
Okay.
Your standard difficulties are Coward, Savage, and then once you beat the game, you get Brutal. One thing that can make playing on higher difficulties easier is you get basically New Game Plus. Like, you can carry over, like, once you beat the game, you can carry over your moves and stats into a higher difficulty.
Okay, that makes it a lot easier to like clear out the game then again.
Yeah, because
if
a
you
lot of
wanna
the
go for
difficulty in
achievements.
Splatterhouse comes from how weak you are at the start.
Yeah, and this game likes to make it sound like, hey, you're not going to get very far.
There's also an unlockable mask after you beat the game, which is console exclusive. Like, the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 have different unlockable exclusive masks.
I'm assuming it's colors based on the console.
Yeah, I know the 360 mask has, like, some glowing green bits to it.
And I'm assuming the PlayStation one is black with blue.
I haven't seen it, so I couldn't tell you.
I'm just assuming because the color aesthetic for PlayStation.
Yeah.
Make a wish? Okay. I want us to be together until the end of the world.
That had to be quoted.
Well, that's a way to open up a game. He's dead.
Yeah.
Mostly dead.
Yeah.
That's a shitload of blood.
Yeah, seriously.
Jenny. I'm sorry.
Now he's dead.
Your girl, Rick.
Oh, hi, Jim Cummings.
He took your dreams.
Hi, Dr. Robotnik.
Life. Dr. Henry West.
So this is where you've been after SATAM finished.
You got left as your soul.
Also, this opening monologue is so good.
Who am I?
It is.
Say I'm God. You're God. At least the only good.
I love Jim Cummings in this though. Like I really do. He's a perfect fit for this mask.
I am
Yes.
nothing, and without me, you're fucked. She doesn't have to die. I can help you. I can heal your wounds. We can save her if you show me some faith, if you trust me, if you put me on.
When is this, the mask?
Yes, that's the mask. The terror mask, as it's called. It's an ancient Aztec artifact.
Then it becomes Jim Carrey the mask, basically.
Oh God.
Quit whining. Did I say it was gonna be fun? You're gonna have to learn to love the pain.
Oh, hey, he was wearing a Mastodon shirt. He's got good taste in metal.
Yeah.
What have you done to me?
And that's Josh Keaton as our boy Rick.
You're mine, Rick.
Josh Keaton, who you might know from Spectacular Spider-Man.
Till Jen's back safe in your arms.
Or the fourth Jack and Daxter game, as well as PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Jack.
Phase 1. Satan's Mask.
So you become the Incredible Hulk mixed with the mask.
Yes.
Well, Incredible Hulk, but where you turn your body into a living weapon, and by
You'll
that
see.
I mean
You'll
very
see.
sharp objects.
It's gonna happen right now.
Oh, you got your blood back. Huh.
Yeah, blood powers the mask.
Well, he did say it would heal his wounds, so
And the Hulk do this? Probably. The Hulk can do all sorts of wild shit. I wouldn't be surprised if he could do this.
Finally be free. Come on, let's go kill something. It's been too long, and I'm way out of practice.
So, don't get too used to seeing this form, because it's a super mode that it teases us with at the start.
yeah, because you need because I think there's like a meter that you need to fill or something.
Yeah, but you don't unlock the super
unlock.
mode transformation until like chapter 3, I want to say.
Yeah.
And they work it into the story why you can't just use this mode all the time. I hope you like thrash metal, death metal, basically all sorts of extreme metal, because that is a lot of this soundtrack.
I mean, it makes sense. It's fitting for a beat 'em up hack and slash game.
Especially for something as visceral as this. Like, one of the things I'll say about the art design in this game, I love how gooey the blood is. It doesn't look realistic in the slightest, but it's satisfying.
I will say this, though. I do wish they would have kept, like, some of the... at least, like, a more modernized version of the original soundtrack to Splatterhouse. At least as a...
They do they do use bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, I know they use Jennifer's theme as well
Yeah.
as one other
Yeah, the basic battle theme is a like updated take on one of the songs from I think like Splatterhouse 2 or 3 probably.
Yeah.
Iron says, so like that ability in Act 2 of Space Colony Arc and Shadow Generations. Yeah, it's like when it gives you Doom Wings in Act 2 of Shadow Generations, but you don't get to use it until way later. As like a little teaser for what you have to wait, for what kind of power you'll have at the end of the game. And the way that the Terror Mask works, like, explains it here, is, like, he underestimated how fragile Rick's body is.
And somehow I don't care. Believe what you want.
And you'll notice this game includes a lot of references to, like, classic horror stuff, including a lot of Lovecraftian stuff, as well as Reanimator. Yeah. Like, the character Dr. Henry West is named after Dr. Herbert West from Reanimator.
If I remember correctly, Henry West was the guy that stole Jennifer.
Yes, he's the main villain of this game. And this is actually the only game he appears in out of the Splatterhouse series. He's in the backstory for the first 2 Splatterhouse games, but he's dead by that point.
Yeah, because, again, Splatterhouse originally was more of, beat up shit, demons, and all that, and not much on story until, like, 2 and 3, I want to say.
Damn, Shadow Dragon, you've played this and beaten it on all difficulties? I knew you had good taste, dude.
Impressive, especially since, Brutal is a pain in the ass to do.
Yeah, this opening fight is a pain in the ass to do if you aren't prepared like I usually am not.
Yeah, you ever want to see how fast a health bar can drop?
Yeah, for such a beefy dude, Rick has got the defense of, like, tissue paper.
He's a glass cannon. He is
the definition of a glass cannon. Yeah, it was like 10 years ago. Yeah, this game came out like 15 years ago, so that tracks.
Dang. That was like...
Goes for a lot on the secondhand market now because it's not available on modern platforms and it sold so poorly when it came out.
Wait, so this game came out in 2010?
Yes.
Oh, God. My spine.
Time for a splatter kill. Oh. These are so satisfying the first time you see them. Like, fucking Mortal Kombat fatalities as a finishing move for just basic mooks.
Also, I heard Xbox sound. Did you get an achievement?
I got an achievement for pulling off, I got an achievement for healing, and I got an achievement for pulling off my first splatter kill.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I heard it go off.
Yeah, I'm playing on a fresh account with this one. The downside, I will say, to the splatter kills in this game is there's not much variety in them. There's like 1 or 2 per enemy type.
Now here's the funny thing, since this is on a new account, full achievement unlock list stream when?
Let me see what some of these achievements are.
I'm actually curious.
Gosh, 100%ing.
I don't remember.
Let's see, a lot of them are like complete specific chapters. Complete the game on any complete the game on any difficulty, complete the game on savage difficulty or harder, complete the game on brutal difficulty. Okay, so like the difficulty ones stack, so you don't have to do multiple plays.
Okay.
Kill an enemy with a splatter slash, get 100 kills with splatter slash, kill an enemy with splatter smash, get 100 kills with splatter smash, get 300 kills in berserker mode, get 50 kills with non-fleshy weapons.
Get the
okay.
Get 500 kills with non-fleshy weapons. Kill an enemy with an enemy's arm, which you can do. You can rip off enemies' arms and use them as melee weapons.
Yeah.
Get 150 kills with enemy arms. Kill an enemy with an enemy's head. Get 50 kills with enemy heads. Splat an enemy on a wall with a weapon. Splat 100 enemies on a wall with a weapon. Splat 200 enemies on a wall with a weapon.
So a lot of these are just like...
Yeah, a lot of these are just
things.
like, do this thing X amount of times. Kill an enemy with your own dismembered arm. Yes, you can lose limbs, regrow them, and use the dismembered limbs as weapons.
Oh my gosh.
That's fun.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tackle an enemy
this game
and
gets nuts.
tackle an enemy and
them
pummel
arms
it 20 times.
Wait, what?
Yeah, when you like upgrade your basic combo string, like your basic light attack combo, it eventually turns into like a tackle and then pummeling them until they're just a pulp. And
God.
you can do that like until either the enemy dies or until you stop or until you get hit by someone else.
Okay.
So that's like tackling it and pummeling them 20 times. Impale an enemy on a spike. Kill 6 enemies within 1 second.
Okay, that one could be either easy or hard depending on where you are in the game.
Yeah. Kill 6 enemies in 1 ram attack. Launch an enemy straight up with no headroom. That's one of your moves. Get 2,000 or more blood points in 1 chain of attacks. Listen to all of Dr. West's gramophone records. Stomp on 1,000 boar worms. Get an S rank in the survival arena mode. Yeah, this is all like survival arena modes.
Oh, God.
Purchase a skill. Unlock 25 skills. Unlock all skills. Unlock 5% of Dr. West's journal. Percentages of Dr. West's
So a lot of
journal.
it's just collectathon stuff.
Reassemble one of Jen's sexy photos, which I'm gonna have to be real careful to not hold on too much. Just for TOS reasons. Because there is nudity in this game.
Now, question. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but do you have to find one of those photos to progress? Or
you find bits and pieces of them just through progression, but to find all the pieces of them, you usually have to go out of your way.
Okay, so it's not.
So like we may get some glimpses of uncensored titty that I will have to be careful not to hang on for too long. Do they force you to look at the piece of photo? Yes, because it shows up on screen immediately when you collect it.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, we may see some booba tonight. That is not my own. Alright, let's listen to a gramophone record from Dr. West, because this really fleshes out, like, a lot of his backstory and, like, his horrific experiments. Which, they actually... In the original Splatterhouse timeline, they said that he was a parapsychologist. Whatever the fuck that is. But in the remake, they changed it to necrobiologist.
So basically, future time necromancer.
Despite my attempts to unlock its secrets, the Terror Mask continues to frustrate me. I thought I sensed a power within it, but perhaps it's no more than it appears to be. An unremarkable ceremonial bone mask. I return it to its place among my collection and...
Oh boy, did you fuck up with that one, Dr. West. He couldn't activate Jim Cummings because he didn't think to just put on the mask.
Yeah.
Or just feed it blood. Well, he tried feeding it blood, but it wouldn't take the blood.
Then again, doesn't the mask, like, choose its host?
I'm not going to answer anything about that, because that gets into spoiler territory.
Fair enough.
But he did choose Rick.
Okay, I'm just making sure. But if it's spoilery, I will wait.
There is, believe it or not, this has actually got a somewhat intricate plot. Alright, here's our first part of a photo. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be careful not to hang on, the other parts of this photo for too long, because it's her taking a shower.
Left it for me to find. Rick, you lucky dog. She's a good-looking girl.
Sorry, guys. My parents accidentally set off the alarm.
Oh, okay.
If I had a nickel for every time that's happened in the middle of one of our calls, I'd have 2 nickels, which means give me 10 cents.
I'll Zell you it one day.
First of all, Zelle doesn't work with my bank anymore. I don't know why. My bank decided not to be partnered with Zelle anymore. And second of all, Zelle is being investigated for allowing multi-million dollars worth of fraudulent transactions from people's accounts.
I was gonna say, next time we meet in person, I'll give you 2 nickels personally. There you go.
No, not Zell from Gungrave. I've never played Gungrave, but I am tangentially aware of it. My dad used to use Zell to send me money, but now he has to use PayPal because my bank, like I said, my bank doesn't accept Zell anymore.
Zell's been not doing well.
The Zell app also just doesn't exist anymore. You have to do it through your bank now.
So I'm hearing pleasant noises.
Yep, lots of splattering as I'm beating up some basic mooks.
Hence the title of the game.
Yeah. That's just a fun word to use to describe, like, low-level enemies, a mook. I will say that you're going to see a lot of Dr. West dragging Jennifer throughout this game by her arm and her not attempting to fight back, really. I feel like that was, like, part of... Like, they do show what happens when she tries to fight back. And why she doesn't try to fight back further, but, like, the same animation of him dragging her at multiple points in this game, I feel like it was, like, a gag on the developer's part. Because this game is, like, somewhat tongue-in-cheek. Like, that's what I like about it, like, this animation right here, of him just dragging her by her arm. Like, it's full of, like, tongue-in-cheek references to, like, B-grade horror movies. And I love it for that, as a lover of B-grade horror movies.
I'm hoping we get to a certain fight in the game, because it has one of my favorite sayings from the Terror Mask.
I mean, the Terror Mask has got some damn good lines in this game. They
Yeah,
cooked when they wrote for Jim Cummings.
Yeah, but I'm hoping for... There's a certain boss in the game. I'm not going to say because spoilery. Ooh, another achievement.
Yep, the one for killing an enemy with a non-fleshy weapon. Or splatting them against the wall, I think it was.
Okay, we need to actually make a guess. How much gamer score is Ari gonna have at the end of this playthrough?
This is the only game that I have played on this account, so we'll be able to tell exactly how much gamer score I got just from Splatterhouse.
I think the only full game on my Xbox that I got all achievements for, aside from games that have 12 achievements, was Sonic Generations.
I have, there's only one game that I got all the achievements in. It was, like, some, like, free licensed Doritos game on Xbox Live Arcade.
I know, Harm's Way, I think it was called.
It was the one where it's, like, monster trucks and T-Rexes.
I have that game on my Xbox achievement list. I should be able to find it later.
I can find it on my other account. I just can't remember it now because there were a couple other Doritos licensed games. But, like, my friend got me, like, begged me to play this one just because it's an easy game to get all the achievements in. And it really is. You can get all the achievements in just a couple minutes.
Yeah, I got all the achievements. I think the games that I have all achievements for is Sonic Generations, Castlevania HD, and Sonic the Fighters, as well as Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie.
Only games I've got all achievements on Xbox was DMC3, Prototype 2, and The Darkness 2, which was before I was a trophy hunter. Says Shadow Dragon. Interesting. I can imagine DMC3 was a pain to get all the achievements. That is a hard game.
It is. I looked at my friend's achievement list for that, and a lot of the achievements sound insane. I'm like, yeah, more power to you, buddy.
Dr. Henry West. My home has changed much since I first built it. New wings and floors have been added, hidden cellars and dungeons excavated, and outbuildings have grown up in the grounds around it. It has its secrets, and it has guardians to protect those secrets.
Like, say what you will about the repetitiveness of this game, which it is very repetitive, the voice acting and story of this game really, they put way more effort into it than Splatterhouse of all things probably needed. And I appreciate them for it. I very much appreciate them for it. Like, they went ham on the presentation for this game.
I will say, other than Dr. Robotnik from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and Lucky from Bonkers, this is
Not
one
Adventures,
of my
Sad
other
AM.
Sad AM, sorry.
Adventures is my boy Long John Baldry. Rest in peace, King.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
But
oh, well, actually, technically, you're
say-
still correct because Jim Cummings voiced him in the pilot.
okay, but I was gonna say Terror Mask in this game is my other all-time favorite of Jim Cummings, just for the sheer fact of how much he just went ham into this.
God, the sound design on this is so good. It sounds so visceral.
It's a shame though they didn't make a sequel to this game.
Yeah, especially because, like, minor spoilers, it ends on a massive sequel hook that is never going to be fulfilled. Like, they were clearly planning on making a franchise out of this, and it just was not meant to be.
Yeah.
It's a rare case where it's not the executives or the publisher at fault this time. It was, the original director that just fucked around making his own pet project that had nothing to do with the job he was assigned to do for most of the game's development, that left Bandai Namco with no choice but to take it from him and, scramble to assemble a team to put together a functional product within a year.
Another achievement.
For the record, last I heard of the original director of this game before he was booted off the project, who also directed The Mark of Kree and Rise of the Kasai, he is now working at Amazon Game Studios in the art department. He has not directed anything since he failed to direct Splatterhouse.
Oh, what games did he work on in terms of the art?
I could not begin to tell you because it's not like a specific art role. It's more so just like senior art designer as like a recurring role at the studio. But seriously, the Protex mask makes me think of Bane's mask. It kind of does have a Bane mask look to it. The original design for the Terror mask in the original arcade Splatterhouse was just Jason's hockey mask without the Detroit Red Wings logo on it, to the point where, like, in the home port for the TurboGrafx 16 and in all the sequels, they changed its design so he didn't just look like Jason. They made it more like Skull-like.
Yeah, his masks always reminded me of, in this one at least, it reminded me of Casey Jones's,
Yeah, it kind of does have a Casey Jones-ish look to it. Like, it's directly based on how the mask looked in Splatterhouse 3.
Yeah. And Splatterhouse 3 had I'll be quiet. I'll say what I say after this.
Body. I've once again taken up a post at the university. The fourth time I've been a member of the faculty in the last 100 years. We Wests have always been at the forefront of the advancement of learning.
So yeah, Dr. West is not as he seems. He is over 200 years old.
Yeah, but no, as I was saying before, Splatterhouse 3 had very cursed bad endings, like very cursed.
Yeah, and it's very easy to get them.
Well, yeah, you could get them easily on the first stage, because I think in that game, you had a timer before.
You have a timer for every
got killed.
Yeah, you have a timer for every stage where, like, if you don't make it within the time limit, then whoever the hostage in that stage happens to be dies, and you're just screwed out of the good ending. And in stage 2, in particular, Yeast, I thought it said Weast. Like, in stage 2 in particular, if you manage to save Jennifer in stage 1, you have to save her again in stage 2. But in that one, the timer lies to you Because, like, once you get down to the 2-minute mark, it says that the boar worm that's been implanted in her in that stage has burrowed into her brain. So, like, when you get to 2 minutes left, you've already lost.
Yeah, and again, it's just like you have.
Yep, not hanging on that for much longer.
Yep, but no, it's basically like you have no choice but to do trial and error with that game to know a good path to actually get the good ending. Because if you mess up, it could cost you.
Not only that, you have to know how to do all the like you have to master how to do the spin kick.
Yeah, the spin kick, if I remember correctly, has a lot of iframes.
And it also hits enemies on both sides, which, since enemies gang up on you on both sides all the time, and that game is a big deal.
Protests and complaints.
I don't remember if it does damage to you if you use it.
No.
In this
I don't think it does.
emails to the
I was gonna say, because usually a move like that makes you like take a little bit of health damage if you spam it.
Like, it's I don't think it does, because it requires a specific button input to do, rather than just pressing a single button. You have to put in, like, a command string.
Yeah.
Sort of like how, like, the most powerful move in arcade Splatterhouse is the slide, but you have to know how to pull off the slide in order to use it effectively.
Yeah, because the slide makes a lot of the boss fights as well as enemies very trivial.
Yeah.
But yeah, Splatterhouse 3 terrified me like quite a bit with the bad ending. Like, it was very messed up.
It also has some, like, interesting digitized photographs for its cutscenes that really add to the spooky vibe. Won't lie, the whole ending thing is why I have no plans to play one horror game that, weirdly enough, has an anime and a live-action movie. Is it Corpse Party? Because that's what immediately comes to mind.
Corpse Party.
Not hanging on that. Nope, not getting DMCA'd for Booba. Not DMCA'd, but like TOS banned. I am not letting her voluptuous tatas get me banned.
Yeah. Somebody put a picture of a good doggo like in the front of that. There we go.
Ao Oni. Okay, the Ao Oni anime is actually supposed to be like one of the worst animes ever made. Like, it barely has anything to do with the plot, and it's like weirdly fetishy instead of scary.
I never heard of that. I have.
Ao Oni's a RPG Maker horror game that was like real popular in the early Let's Play days.
I remember that game.
Yeah, it was one of those Let's Play fodder games from people like PewDiePie and such.
Yeah, and then I think Markiplier too.
Yeah,
the only
like
RPG Maker game I know of is Layers of Fear, and that's something Gig spammed.
yeah, it's like along those lines. I've never found the demon from Ao Oni scary because he just looks too fucking goofy to me. But, like, the anime, like, has a lot of weird sexual stuff in it that has fuck all to do with the demon.
But you know what the best anime is?
What?
Is it Aiken?
Ghost Stories.
Yes.
The dub.
The dub is legendary.
Talk about making no sense.
Did you know there's actually a lost episode of Ghost Stories?
Wait, seriously?
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
There was a next episode preview of it even, but they just never aired the episode and never released it on home media. We have a few second clips from it thanks to the next episode preview, and also someone found like a trailer for it, or like something. They won't say what source they had for it, but it provides the most footage we've seen of it. It was like Ghost Stories, if you're going by the original Japanese version, which, like, contrary to popular belief, the English dub was not a case of, the anime failed in Japan, so they just let them do whatever they wanted. That's a lie that was told by one of the people at ADV Films at the time. that he like commonly told at convention circuits. But no, the actual story behind that dub is that like they were just not outwardly given restrictions on what they could and couldn't do with the localized script, other than they had to keep the story, like the basic plots, intact. They had to keep the names of the characters intact, and they had to keep the names, like the ghost names, intact. But otherwise, they were given free reign to localize as they saw fit. So it was like, what if we just made a shitpost before shitposting was a thing?
Oh, God. I will be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
Okay, I'll save the further discussion of the lost episode until you get back.
Oh, disgusting. How would I give for some hand sanitizer?
But yeah,
Did you hear me muted? I'm just working on something on the side.
yeah, I get ya. By the way, you sound like you're feeling better today.
A little bit, you know?
Like, you noticeably sound less like you're dying today.
It probably helps that I I have had a lot less stress at work.
That helps with any recovery process.
And the fact that, I don't know, man. It's just something about today. I kind of perked back up in the middle of the day.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I had a similar thing with, you know, the surprise I got this morning. Managed to get out of that photo before it even loaded up on screen. Fuck you, Splatterhouse. You're not TOS banning me.
You can do that yourself. Your model.
I mean, I don't have any, like, anatomical features under this, but I could if I found, like, the right textures for it, or, like, textures for it that suit my aesthetic.
I know.
Like, I've talked about, I've, like, half-jokingly said I've thought about opening, like, a Fansly or something for like, streaming games that I can't stream on Twitch. Like, not even doing anything lewd myself, but, like, you know, just streaming stuff that's too spicy for Twitch.
This is it. I'm on the home stretch.
Yeah, there's that dragging animation. Get ready to see a lot of that. Like, having just completed Arcade Splatterhouse like an hour before starting the call for this stream, I'm so satisfied with the fact that you can just step on the boar worms to get extra blood in the Splatterhouse remake, because boar worms are like my biggest fucking enemy in old school Splatterhouse, because they're such a pain in the ass to hit. And they just jump out of the background at you and like slither across the ground. They latch on to you and deal additional damage until you shake them off. I hate them. Boar worms, I hate them.
Alaskan bullworms?
No, boar worms.
I heard bullworms and it sounds better. So we're gonna
Yeah,
call them bullworms.
not bullworms, but boar worms, as in worms that bore into your flesh and like you from the inside out. As opposed to boring worms, which is, I don't have a joke for that. Someone else think of a joke for me, and I'll give you partial credit for it. I'm also, like, the reason I've been at Splatterhouse mode is, like, you know, Spooktober. I'm guessing you won't upload this to YouTube like with Brutal Legend due to copyright and music. It depends on whether, like, I did upload Brutal Legend to YouTube, but got banned worldwide due to the copyright and music. But, with this game, like, what I do is I upload it to YouTube, see like if it gets banned, if it gets blocked somewhere, and where it gets blocked, and decide whether or not it's worth like going through with keeping uploading it, or like whether I just cut my losses and tell people to just check it out on Twitch. Like, the Guitar Hero VOD from a couple nights ago got through just fine, except it was blocked in Russia. And I'm like, I get 0%. I get such a negligible amount of views from Russia that it's not a bother to me. So I was like, okay, I'm fine with my Guitar Hero VOD being blocked in Russia, as long as it's not blocked in, like, the main territories I get views from, which is, United States, Canada, UK, and Brazil, and Mexico. Which all of them were fine. So I'm like, okay, I can deal with a territorial ban in Russia. But yeah, I'll see if this gets banned in like the US at the very least when I upload it, and that'll determine going forward whether I upload Splatterhouse streams to YouTube. And I probably will have to do some like censoring on my end before uploading them to YouTube, just because of the booba.
Yeah.
You missed out. I managed to pro strat skip getting TOS banned by, like, I got the last piece of the Jennifer shower picture and pressed A immediately, and it didn't even have time to flash up on screen.
Ha, nice. Pro
Ninja
strats,
moves.
pro gamer.
Pro gamer strats here, folks.
You guys came for gameplay. No, you came here for pro gamer strats.
You came here
That's
for
what you come to
pro
these
avoiding
streams for.
TOS ban strats, boys.
Yep.
You know, I've thought about doing, like, a YouTube poop watching night for stream content, and one of them would be Fesh Pins. The one that, like, the Carlton redeem and, like, the No and my sub redeem come from. But apparently, there's, like, some sort of issues with showing Fesh Pins on Twitch. It's not, like, down to, it's not down to copyright, it's down to, like, content issues, apparently. So someone has made a safer Twitch edit of the Fesh Pins trilogy so people can react to it on stream. So I'll have to look into that. It won't be the unfiltered, as Krobo intended, Fesh Pins experience, but it'll be what we can get away with on Twitch.
I was gonna say, you said you had trivia you were saving.
Oh yeah,
to talk about that.
yeah. I was going to go into more about. Well, there. Let me snooze the ad break real quick so people can hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, the lost media of the lost episode of Ghost Stories. It was supposed to be the third episode, but it got pulled before broadcast. It was like, Ghost Stories, each episode deals with, like, ghosts and urban legends among the Japanese population, right?
Yeah.
It was going to be based on the urban legend of the Kuchisake Onna, or Slit-Mouth Woman.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that is an urban legend. Like, Japanese urban legends are some next-level shit. They're real freaky deaky
No,
shit.
the name, I mean, I understand that, but that name threw me off, because all I heard was Kuchi Onna and then Slit Woman. I'm like, I'm sorry, pardon?
Slit-Mouth Woman.
Yeah,
As in,
What
her
the
mouth
fuck?
her mouth is slit from ear to ear.
Yeah, that could be interpreted in so many different ways.
Yeah, but, like, the urban legend of the Kuchisake Onna, would one of the YTPs you have in mind involve a certain someone with a love for the McRib? I'm not sure, what you are talking about, but I'm always up for looking up new
What?
YouTube poops.
Oh, no.
The story of the Kuchisake Onna, or Slit-Mouth Woman, is, like, she wears, like, a face mask, and she'll, like, you'll be walking home, in the middle of the night, and you'll be approached by this, like, pretty-looking woman wearing a face mask. She'll approach you, and she'll say, "Am I beautiful?" If you say no, she pulls out scissors and kills you. If you say
yes.
If you say yes, she takes off her mask and shows you her slit mouth. And she says, "Am I beautiful now?" If you say no, she kills you. If you say yes, there's differing recollections of what happens with her. Either, like, it's either she kills you either way, or, like, if you say no, then she kills you, but if you say yes, then she decides to make you beautiful too by slitting your mouth ear to ear.
So either way, you're screwed.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Fenrir Wolfgang Lycan. That is a nice name. We're getting all sorts of spooky stuff tonight.
Well, it is October.
And, like, allegedly the only way to escape the Kuchisake Onna is to say that she looks average, which will confuse her long enough for you to escape.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you say yes or no, it doesn't matter what happened.
Yeah, that's the thing with these Japanese urban legend ghost creatures, is like, you're fucked either way.
So now here's the question: I understand it's a ghost, but if you say yes or no, what's stopping? Never mind. It's a stupid thought. I'm not gonna go for it.
But there was supposed to be an episode. There was supposed to be an episode of Ghost Stories about the Kuchisake Onna. It was supposed to be episode 3. But allegedly the reason it was pulled was because parents, because Ghost Stories was somewhat aimed at kids, like older kids, in Japan at least, thought that the Kuchisake Onna looked too much like someone with a cleft palate disfigurement, and that, you know, it would lead to people with cleft palate getting bullied more than they already are in Japan. Basically,
it's insensitive and tasteless, basically.
Yeah, so they pulled the episode, and they never released it on home media either. It's never aired. No one in the public has seen that episode of Ghost Stories, and it was never sent over for dubbing either. Instead, they did a clip show episode to the following week to fill its slot, which explains why there's a clip show after only 2 episodes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a whole ass Lost Ghost Stories episode. And if someone manages to find it, I'm not saying we need to get the Ghost Stories gang back together and have them dub the lost episode, but
I mean that's where fan dubs come in.
Yeah. Hey, Kier, I was just informing my friends in the chat about the lost episode of Ghost Stories. And this is not like, you know, a creepypasta or something. This is a real thing.
Also, hey, Kier.
Fenrir says, I happen to be the literal reincarnation of the original one true Fenrir, the Nordic wolf spirit of nature. You know, Norse mythology fascinates me, even though I haven't read much into it. Mostly because I'm not all that familiar with it.
Norse mythology is actually really
yeah, Nordic mythology is really cool because, like, it's like cyclical instead of having a defined beginning and end to it.
Yeah.
And also because, you know,
are you going for?
Also, I was getting the ram move first because you have to have that to take on a mini boss enemy in one of the later levels. Also, health upgrade, uppercut, and which is one of your charge moves. And I think I'm gonna go for the windmills so I can have
options.
Windmill is like an upgrade to your basic combo string. And, let's see, you spooked me, Lulu, because that sounds always so loud in my ears, and I keep it loud because of that. And I'm going to get, crowd surf, because that's good for crowd control. Lets you grab enemies and spin them to, clear out groups. The one that I'm definitely saving up for, apart from, like, health and meter upgrades, is Tear You to Pieces, because it is a game breaker.
Yeah.
Like, they clearly did not balance test that move. The one that lets you grab enemies and rip off one of their arms, which is an instant kill for the enemy in question. It is an instant kill on basically every enemy type who's not a boss or mini-boss.
How much does it take to get that ability?
6,000 blood points.
Jeez.
Which, oh, I know what you're talking about now, Iron. Yeah, the Spider-Man YouTube poop. I believe you shared that in that, old group from our college. Or was it me that shared it in there? But yeah, the thing about Norman Osborn with the deep love for the McRib. Yeah, I remember that now.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, it was a YouTube poop of the first Spider-Man movie where it's like Norman Osborn's doing everything just to get a McRib.
Oh.
Oh no, that wasn't a YouTube poop. That was a meme dub. That's what it was. That's why I didn't remember it as a YouTube poop. It was like one of those, like, meme dubs like Jet does, or like, Solid JJ does.
Yeah.
McRib.
Oh, God.
Lulu says, hey, Niko, how's my headset working for you? Get ready to see why Jenny never fights back again, against Dr. West after this.
Yeah, also, Ari, that's a good question. How is the headset working for me? Is there any echo? Is there any feedback?
There is no echo or feedback.
Well, there you have it.
So yeah, he just got stabbed in the side of the head with a big-ass Vorpal dagger and just pulled it out and laughed it off, literally.
I was gonna say, like, throughout the whole game, doesn't he get, like, severely fucked up and he's just okay?
I mean, that's the only time she tries fighting back against him, because it's like, oh, I can't just kill him.
Well, okay, shit.
I stabbed him in the brain, and he just pulled it out and just no-selled it. I'm like, yep. She's like, okay, I'm outmatched here.
I was gonna say, decapitation would be a good way to do that, but then again, he probably just put his head back on.
He probably would. Also, get used to long loading screens featuring monsters monstering about, because the load times in this game are pretty long. They're like 20 seconds at the shortest.
Should we give the monsters names just to make it interesting?
We got two monsters fighting each other for who gets to be in the camera.
Phase 2, the doll that bled.
Their names are Jerry and Larry.
Reminds me of the campaign. One of them got punted into the sun.
Larry was the one who died via his own axe.
Dagger, technically.
Dagger,
Second,
yeah. I couldn't remember whether it was an
one.
axe or a dagger.
He was trying to throw a throwing knife dagger subweapon at Megatronus, but ended up rolling a 1 and stabbed himself straight in the head as he was going to throw.
Yeah, now I remember.
And then he ended up dying, and then body got set ablaze.
Oh no, you've been disarmed!
Womp womp.
Okay, Shy Lily.
I mean, I'm not a kitty orca, but okay.
I will have you know the correct terminology is orcat.
Look, either way, I'm a human. I'm not an orcat. What do you want?
Nappa, I get it! Shut up, Nappa!
God damn it, Nappa.
Illuminated by blood.
Fun fact, you can get the blood cipher wrong. And it basically just makes you do the puzzle twice.
God damn, this is a regular high school reunion.
Yes, it is Jim Cummings.
Dinner bell!
This is the Glee Club.
Oh, God.
My school didn't have a Glee Club, we just had a chorus. I got another
Mine did,
achievement
also.
called See You at the Party.
Yeah, but my school did, but again, I wasn't really into singing or acting. I was more into drawing.
We barely had anything except for sports at my high school.
Yeah, sports were a thing. Then again, my friend dragged me around when he had football practice, and I'm just like, okay, apparently I'm not allowed to stay home and play video games. All right.
We had a lacrosse team.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, our school had a swimming team, but apparently, the second floor, I think it's like either the third or second floor of the school had like a pool or whatever in our high school, and it was just like, what?
Yeah, we didn't have a swimming team because we didn't have a pool.
I did try out for the high school golf team, but apparently I couldn't make it because one, I couldn't handle high heat with my diabetes, and plus it didn't help the fact that the boys had to carry their golf bags while the girls got to use the golf carts. So I passed out on the middle of the golf course.
Oh god, another photo. Okay,
Right,
that is a lovely
strats.
outfit. I'm going to have to make sure you guys don't see it.
Look, it's time for those strats.
It's time for those. It's time for those avoid TOS ban speedrun strats.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, is this one? Damn it! I got it wrong.
Come to think of it, I think
Shut up,
PlayStation
Jim
Home
Cummings.
had a. I think PlayStation Home had a item in the game where you can actually wear the terror mask as a item for your avatar.
You can get the terror mask as a DLC item in Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah, I know.
That's like
also
the
remember,
that's like, aside from re-releasing the arcade version of Splatterhouse on Arcade Archives collection, and aside from releasing Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti on like one of the Namco Museum collections, that is like the most recent time that Splatterhouse has been referenced by Bandai Namco.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like Bandai Namco talks so little about Splatterhouse that we don't have a lot of development info about any of the Splatterhouse games except for this one. We didn't even know who worked on the original Splatterhouse because they all went under pseudonyms or just their last names.
Yeah.
Hell, we just this year found out about a canceled Splatterhouse game from the 80s. And that was because someone found a VHS tape that had a promo trailer for it on there.
Oh.
It was going to be a sequel to Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti, and it was going to be an RPG.
A Splatterhouse RPG. Okay, then.
Aimed at kids, because Wanpaku Graffiti was like a chibi parody of Splatterhouse.
Right, okay. They did a similar thing with Castlevania with Konami YY World.
Yeah. Let's see, do I keep the 2x4 or do I pick up the cleaver? The answer is I pick up the cleaver. Also, first of our 2D sections.
Finally, he's playing like traditional Splatterhouse.
Except for Splatterhouse 3.
Yeah.
The sound effects in this game are so satisfying. I am when I'm wearing headphones, I can hear these things a lot better. Like, you know, I am right now. And I am a sucker for good sound effect design in a game. Especially when it comes to, like, gruesome sounds or gunshots or, like, you know, any sort of stuff that involves violence.
Also, that organ music.
Yeah, the music in these 2D sections deliberately throws back to, like, the stuff you would hear in cheap, low-budget 80s horror movies. Like, the direct-to-video stuff.
Like, the thing is, I'm a sucker for good, like, either epic or horror-esque organ music. Because it fits the aesthetic a lot better.
Yeah, this is like, this is going for the vibe of, like, you know, the low-budget horror movies where they couldn't afford, like, a band to do the music, so they did have they did know a guy who had a synthesizer.
Yeah, which is why, because earlier, we were talking about in a call, about, how, you said that, that some of the Igavanias used, Haunted Castle. The reason why I liked some of those music tracks is because of the organ. The organ music, gives it, like, that vibe.
God, one thing I don't miss about the PS3 360 generation is the frame rate issues that, like, damn near every game of that generation had.
Yeah.
Unless they had, like, a genius programming team behind it. Because this was, like, the first era of HD video games. So everyone was like, okay, let's prioritize graphical fidelity over performance. So we get, like, 720p games that try to run at 30 frames per second. Keyword being try.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was back when they were like saying, "Hey, just making a game super beautiful is better than performance." When in actuality, a game looks very nice, but if it can't play pretty well, you're basically just paying for eye candy. That's literally it.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I really hope Metal Gear Solid 4 gets rescued from PS3 limbo in the coming years.
Yeah,
because
same.
not only so more people can play that game without having to get a PS3, and having to either get a physical copy of Metal Gear Solid 4 or jump through the hoops necessary to buy games on the PS3 store, because it's still up. It's just they make it a pain in the ass to buy anything on there.
Yeah.
Is like, other than, accessibility, people being able to fucking play it, it runs so inconsistently on PS3, despite being built specifically for the PS3 architecture. Like, it runs at an uncapped 30 FPS, which means its baseline is like 30. But it'll try to run above it if there's not anything else that's like too performance degrading. So you'll get it fluctuating between like 20 to like trying to hit 60.
Yeah, it feels like, and it feels like Metal Gear Solid 4 would be perfect for would be perfect for like consoles of like this generation, because like you got consoles that are going for like 4K, like 120 hertz or whatever, and Metal Gear Solid 4 is just begging for it to be re-released onto these kind of consoles.
Haha! Not gonna get me this time, sexy photo of Jenny.
Nice.
I wonder if her phone number is 8675309.
Oh my god.
Fun fact, did you know that song is about seeing a girl's phone number written on a bathroom stall that says, "For a good time, call Jenny"?
No, I did not.
Yeah. If you actually look at the lyrics beyond the chorus, that's what it's about. It's about one of those, like, old nasty hookup things that people would, like, leave their numbers on bathroom stalls.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, back before we had Tinder, people had to get creative to have their one-night stands.
Well, yeah. Back then, they did, like, bathroom stalls. In high school, people actually used, like, their lockers, or, like, they leave, like, messages or whatever.
Back before we had Tinder, you had to work to get your quickie.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you had to work to get your 15 minutes of fun, but given the kind of people that are usually involved in that, it's probably more like a minute and a half.
I also have Forrest here with me, enjoying the stream.
Shield Force eyes, we're about to impale someone.
You think that would bother Forrest, but no, apparently Forrest,
he's a gorehound then.
Let's just say, another achievement.
Yeah.
Let's just say my Umbreon Midnight has been teaching Forrest the way of chaos and anarchy. But yes, Forrest says hi to the chat.
Personally, I'm hoping Command Mission is safe from being stuck on a past platform, because I could see NSO picking up Command Mission or network transmission at some point. Yeah, I could see them do that, since they've picked up some Mega Man. They picked up the Game Boy Mega Man games, since those never got included in a Legacy collection. I can also see them
I'm
doing
just
that for
happy-
some of the stragglers for other. I can see them doing that for some of the other Mega Man stragglers, like Mega Man and Base. You know, Super Famicom version instead of the Game Boy Advance version, which is the one that they always fucking re-release. Or like Rockboard or
Yeah.
Mega Man Soccer. Mega Man Soccer, I think, is on there now, isn't it?
I think it is. I'm not sure. I haven't on NSO, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so. I think it is. I don't
They
know.
should put it on there. You know, the one Mega Man game that you can't beat because they forgot to program in the ending, even though it's in the game's code.
I will say this though, I am happy that they did add Luigi's Mansion to the game thing because I been wanting to try and play through that game without my vision, and seeing as I played that game so many times, I should know it inside and out. It would be a fun experiment to see what GameCube games I can actually play without my vision. I am very curious.
Yeah, that... Starting off with a game that you know inside and out would be a good challenge for yourself.
Well, I played through, I think the last time I played Luigi's Mansion, the file I had clear runs of 50. So, and all of it was 100%. So, I know the mansion inside and out. My only issue is navigating certain secrets. That's my problem. Gory noises.
All right, time to get some tentacle fun going on. And by that, I mean decapitating him with his own tentacle.
Time to make a makeshift noose.
I can't take the word noose seriously because of a specific YouTube poop.
I mean, fair.
Like,
But at the end of the
I
day,
know
that's
that I
what
know
it
that
is.
noose is like a horrifying, you know, execution method. But at the same time, like, the reason it's ruined for me is because of a one of my favorite YouTube poops, The Price is Rice.
Oh no.
Which is a YouTube poop of multiple game show, like daytime game shows. What, you know, obviously one of them being The Price is Right. And the specific episode of The Price is Right they used was an April Fool's episode where Craig Ferguson hosted the show and Drew Carey hosted The Tonight Show for him. Or whatever show it was that Craig Ferguson hosted.
No.
It's like, show him his prize, a noose.
No.
And, like, instead of showing a noose, it just, like, for a split second shows, you know, that robot skeleton thing that, Craig Ferguson had, Jeff Peterson. I never watched The Tonight Show, but I know of it solely through this YouTube poop. Apparently its name is Jeff Peterson. It's like that skeleton sitting in a hot tub, alongside a person in one of those, like, two-person horse costumes.
Yeah.
And, like, it's like, a noose! And then it shows that. And I'm like, okay, apparently that's what a noose is now.
Ha! Another achievement.
Yep, it's called Heavy Frickin' Metal. Which is funny, because this was wood, not metal.
I mean, if there's a... Well, no, if there was a nail, it would be iron, not metal.
Okay,
Never mind.
iron is a kind of metal.
Fair.
And it does have nails in it. 2x4 with nails
Okay, so
in
it
it.
works. It works.
Yeah, but I feel like that achievement is more named for, like, the pipe or the cleaver.
Yeah.
And yes,
The
I
one thing
am
I love-
using the fact that enemies infinitely respawn here so I can use them as grinding for, like, grinding fodder for, blood points instead of progressing
EXP.
forward. Thank you for noticing. Nobody...
I will
Thank you
say-
for noticing,
I will
old
say-
none of you who asked. Also, Shadow Dragon, in response to you saying that you have Forest by your side, says hello, Forest.
Forrest says hello to you and wishes everybody a good evening and to enjoy the stream.
Okay, the 2x4 broke. Time to actually progress.
Rip. What
Not
I
rip,
love is
shatter.
in the original Splatterhouse, you could also have a shotgun.
Yeah, and you get a shotgun and you get a shotgun in a few parts of this game too.
Welcome back. And really,
Yeah.
yeah, but here's
finished the homework.
Good.
Nice achievement unlocked. You
Hopefully
have
I got a
gained
good grade.
you've gained intelligence. Congratulations.
I also can't take like the whole like intelligence gained RPG stat thing seriously, because like in my early days on Newgrounds when I was discovering like dating sims and just what hentai was, there was a dating sim on there that was an Evangelion dating sim. That was like very shit posty in its nature. As was the style of Newgrounds at the time and continues to be. I had never heard of Evangelion before. I just thought the girls were cute. And like, it has the usual thing of like, you go to class to raise your intelligence. Basically go do the daily task things to raise your stats so you can get lucky with the girls. What I remember is whenever you went to class, it would say intelligence decreased, but D was crossed out and had like a note over it that said increased.
See, funny thing is, I had a similar thing happen to me, but it was a Love Hina.
Oh yeah, it was the same person made the Love Hina one. They also made a Galaxy Angel one.
In a long ass time.
Yeah, the same person made like shitpost dating sims for Love Hina, Evangelion, and Galaxy Angel.
I think there was a D and Angel one too, or something.
I don't know if there was a D and Angel one. There was a DNA 2 one, which is like
DNA 2. Yeah,
DNA 2 one was like the most popular one on Newgrounds, and to the point where I would argue the popularity of that dating sim eclipses the popularity of DNA 2. Because, like, it wasn't called, like, DNA 2 Dating Sim. It was called Sim Girls. And it was, like, one of the most famous dating sims on the site, not just for being really fleshed out for a Flash game of its era, but also because it went unfinished for, like, half a decade, until out of nowhere it got an update that added proper endings to the game and, like, multiple character routes instead of shoehorning you into being with the childhood friend character for the finale, and also changed the finale into like a proper story.
One thing that threw me off for a dating sim, I guess you kind of call it a dating sim for it's for Love Hina. Back then, when I was looking on YouTube, they had a Love Hina Game Boy Advance game, I think.
Oh yeah,
I did not know about that when I looked it up. I'm like,
yeah, there were all sorts
game?
of like visual novels and like low key dating sims for all sorts of platforms back in the day. There are like one or two Rosario Vampire dating sims for the PS2.
Yeah, but here's the thing. For Love Hina, I did not expect that to be one on a Game Boy Advance cartridge.
There's a Silent Hill game. There's a Silent Hill game on Game Boy Advance, and it was a launch title for the Game Boy Advance in Japan.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's a Silent Hill visual novel.
Good lord. But no, Love Hina in general is like something you would not expect to be on a Game Boy Advance, yet here we are.
Yeah. Have a good night, Shadow Dragon. Yeah, typically when you got these like console ports of dating sims or visual novels based on like kind of fan servicey anime, they would like be toned down versions for the consoles. Where like they remove the nudity and any of the more like explicit sexual content. So that would be how it got on Game Boy Advance.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like that threw me off when I first found out about that.
All right, do I go ahead and get the arm rip-off move, or do I increase weapon durability?
Probably durability.
I would say get the... Wait, you said the one-shot kill... The arm rip-off move is insta-kill, right?
It's an insta-kill on basically every enemy type that's not a mini-boss or boss fight.
All right, here's the question I have for you. This is a dumb question. It doesn't have a cooldown of how many times you can use it, right?
No, it does not, and it is 2 buttons to do it. B and then B again.
I would say get that because at the end of the day, you would get more blood points for it. And then you could just, like, go ham on your level ups.
I will say, the way that this game scales its difficulty on higher difficulty ratings is interesting. Because, like, to compensate for the fact that it does, like, you know, the kind of lazy difficulty scaling of, like, you know, you take more damage, you dish out less damage, enemies deal more damage and have more health kind of thing, you gain blood points faster the higher difficulty you're playing on.
Yeah. And plus, if you have that, you said it isn't insta-kill, it means you get more blood points in the end, which means you can just level up everything to max pretty quickly.
Yeah. Like, I'm playing on Savage difficulty, which is medium. So, like, I've got a bit of a multiplier for how quickly I earn.
But no, I also did not know about the Rosario Vampire dating sims on PS2. That
Yeah,
I did not know either.
a lot of the like high quality art images in the anime style that you find on like Google Images of, you know, more B tier characters like Kurumu, my beloved Kurumu, or Mizore.
Kurumu and Mizore are best girls. You could fight us on that.
You know, images of them that are done the anime art style, but are not from the anime, are from the PS2 game.
I've always been a Mocha fan.
Inner or outer?
I mean, that's also valid.
Inner Mocha or outer Mocha?
Both.
That's the correct answer.
Yep.
I mean, in all technicality, Outer Mocha is really Akasha. So...
Yeah, but that gets into part of the central conceit of is Sukune and thereby anyone who waifus Mocha in love with Mocha, or are they in love with the outward projection of Akasha?
Probably both for me.
I will admit one thing. I forgot the name of this character, but Mocha's little sister, the redhead.
Kokoa.
She kind of annoys me a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, Dr. West's dead wife looks just like Jenny.
Remember, I know what your favorite movie is.
Right, that's what the plot of this game is now. Oh boy.
Cut it out.
God, the Terror Mask is such a dick, and I love him.
Jim Cummings really did a good job.
Yeah,
I can see the ribs.
10 out of 10 performance from Jim Cummings. Holy shit.
Also, I noticed
some food. I can see your ribs.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just put some Windex on it. It'll be fine.
Oh my god. I was gonna say
that's the only thing that I have retained from that movie. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. The only thing I retained from that movie after all these years, because I was a kid when I saw it, and it was just like my dad and my stepmom dragged me to it as they were getting ready for their wedding. The only thing I retained from that is just put some Windex on it. In regards to, like, injuries.
Just put some Windex on it, you'll be fine.
Right, we found Jenny. Uh-oh.
Oh, no?
Oh, no, we're in the bone zone. Well, not the bone zone. This is more the blood zone, I guess. There's no bones, just gore. We're in the splash. Yeah, we're in the splash zone.
More so splash zone, if anything.
Is this supposed to be the equivalent of the chalk zone?
No.
Do you see a chalk circle outline on the battlefield?
No, I see.
Do you see Rudy Tabooty or Snap anywhere?
Low-key, Chalk Zone was a very good show, though.
Yeah, very
the
forgotten
line in the
Nicktoon. Like a lot of Nicktoons of that era were. Not forgotten because, like, oh, some controversy happened to it. It's just, like, didn't really garner the huge fan base, so it just kind of flew under the radar as far as the legacy of Nickelodeon goes.
Yeah.
I remember back when Chalk Zone was initially just a short on Oh Yeah Cartoons, so I was excited to see that got turned into a whole show. I didn't understand back in the day, none of us did, that Oh Yeah Cartoons was like, you know, basically pitch pilots for shows that may or may not get picked up. But, like, I started catching on to that after Chalk Zone, because that's where Fairly Odd Parents initially aired its first few shorts, was on Oh Yeah Cartoons. When you reminded me of a character's inner half, that reminded me of Inner Sakura from Naruto. Remember when Sakura had Inner Sakura and that gave her a unique gimmick that, like, made her character interesting, and then from Shippuden onwards, they just got rid of that, and she became a blank slate? That was as fuck.
I will say this: what killed Sakura for me was what she did to Naruto and Shippuden, like that one moment. And if you've seen it, you know that's what killed her for me. Besides, we all know Hinata's best girl.
He made the right choice by ending up with Hinata.
Look, he got the best ending.
He got the best ending by ending up with the best girl and becoming Hokage and fathering 2 beautiful kids. With his beautiful wife, who is, I can say this now, Hinata is absolutely a MILF.
Yeah, she is. And she is a very scary MILF.
Yeah, especially when you try to play Game Boy after bedtime.
Yeah, also, the daughter, Himawari.
Himawari, yeah.
Yeah, Himawari, it was, during the pilot, I think it was, like, she was also scary. She just socks her father right in the chakra point, and the freaking, the nine-tailed fox is afraid of her. Like, you don't mess with this kid. You don't mess with this kid.
Yeah, Nine-Tailed Fox isn't afraid of her anymore.
Okay, good.
I don't know if you guys care for spoilers, but I've watched it.
I mean, everyone knows how Naruto ended.
Well, no, I mean, Boruto. I've been watching.
No one cares about spoilers for Boruto because no one cares about Boruto.
Yeah,
right,
pretty
so
much.
I'll tell you guys why I know that the Ninetales doesn't hate his daughter. So, TLDR, Ninetales sacrifices itself to basically make Naruto OP for like 10 minutes. Then, somehow magically reforms inside of his daughter.
Oh.
I've seen dumber
So
things happen in Naruto.
So now his daughter is the Jinchuriki of the Ninetailed.
I do not sleep.
How's those?
To prolong the
Oh.
process. I lie.
I can relate to him. I don't sleep either.
Dreams of my victims.
Same.
Like this for more than 200 years now. The children
It's kind of hard to sleep when you're vampire hunting.
arrange for another student to visit me here at the
And then Boruto went crazy. They got the idea of memory manipulation all of a sudden. I was just like, this is going
Remember
too
when
crazy
there was
for me.
like
I'm
a
done
whole
with it.
drama that they tried to play up about, is Sakura really the mother of Sarada? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can't fake being giving birth to someone.
Yeah.
It was Sarada that thought that. It wasn't even like anything else. Like it was just.
It was such a stupid thing to try and pull for drama, and like to even try and hint at being a real possibility, because it's like people would have known.
The one
Well,
thing
they needed an excuse.
The one thing I found stupid in Boruto, though, is they have a way to have you do ninjutsu without learning ninjutsu. Like, it was like this thing that they wore
Ninja
on the
tools.
arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, ninja tools. And I was just like, okay, what's the point then? Anyone can do this.
To make it superficially different from Naruto without having to actually create new stuff.
It's not. It's just but it doesn't. It's just okay. You're basically saying, hey, I can do this shit without practicing for it, even though it took this guy how many fucking seasons to learn it. Like, it just loses all meaning.
I mean, it's not a thing that only Naruto as a franchise is guilty of. Dragon Ball Z is especially guilty of playing down the importance of the Super Saiyan transformation by once Kid Trunks and Goten are introduced, and it's revealed that they're both Super Saiyan, and they learned it just by basically by fucking
Messing
accidents. Just by fucking around and figuring it out on accident. It's like, okay, So I guess it's not like a legendary transformation that takes like training and, you know, loss and all this stuff to accomplish. It's just something that literal like 7-year-olds can learn on a whim.
Yeah, but
I mean,
also
Bleach did the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
Bleach
also at
has
the
always
same-
been bad.
Yeah, but also at the same time, it's like. Then again, that's like a natural latent ability. I mean, yeah, they learned it by fucking around, but with the whole ninja tool thing, it's just like, okay, so any civilian can learn Rasengan, even though that's like a legendary skill that takes a lot of practice because one of the legendary Sannin learned it and had to pass it down to another person. Like that just loses a lot. I mean, like, I'm not saying it's not the same for Super Saiyan, but at least with Super Saiyan, it's like
I will say Super
cause.
Saiyan's also not just a natural latent ability, because like one of the dumber things about Akira Toriyama coming back to expand on the story and lore of Dragon Ball, you know, love the man to death. Rest in peace, absolute legend. He tried to, like, Star Wars it by giving a biological explanation to how the Super Saiyan transformation works. Sort of like how, like, prequel trilogy Star Wars tried to give a biological explanation to how the Force works. And it was like, it's something like, part of it is like, you know, genetics, and part of it is training, but a big factor in it is, like, performing heroic acts that propagates the growth of special cells that, when they reach a certain amount, trigger the Super Saiyan transformation as a permanent ability.
Yeah, you feel it in your back, near your spine.
Yeah, you can also, like, they describe that, like, you can tell when you're going to go Super Saiyan because you feel a tingle in your spine. So I'm like, okay, so the Super Saiyan transformation is ASMR, what?
All I'm gonna say is anime superpowers in concept or anything is just bullshit. But leave it at that.
I mean, people still value power levels as like an indicator of whether a character could win in a fight or not in Dragon Ball Z, even though the whole point of power levels is that you're not supposed to trust them.
Yeah, power levels are
because everyone who, like, I've seen people argue that, like, oh, power levels aren't meaningless, it's just that they can be manipulated. I'm like, yeah, that's why they're meaningless, because every character who relies on power levels as reading power levels as a determining factor for whether they're strong enough to win a fight gets their ass handed to them.
All I'm gonna say, in the words of Vegeta from Team 4 Stars Abridged, power levels are bullshit.
Yes. It bugs me to no end that so many so-called Dragon Ball Z experts don't understand that as a narrative concept.
Like, when Frieza said his power level clocked at 1 million when he transformed, it was just like, okay, what does that mean?
Yeah.
1 million what? 1 million what, buddy? Tell me. What does that mean to me? Or this person in general?
Okay, so Dr. West tried eating a person once and then decided he didn't like the taste.
Gee, I wonder why.
Well, he saw that his creatures like eating human flesh. It was like, this must be tasty. He tried it once. It was not to his taste.
Again, I wonder why.
Niko.
Yo, what up?
There's some sort of Pokemon anime thing coming out that has Gardevoir in it.
Oh?
I saw something on Twitter. I gotta remember what it was. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, Niko needs to listen to this because it's all about Gardevoir. Hold on.
I am intrigued.
Oh, apparently Halo is now coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, it's getting Halo 1's getting a remake, and it's coming to PlayStation as well as Xbox and PC.
Oh.
Xbox is kind of losing its hype now. I've seen a lot of places shutting down.
Yeah, we're starting to understand why the price increases have been happening on everything Xbox related. There's been basically an insider report that not the head of the Xbox division, but like executive at Microsoft that oversees other divisions has mandated that Xbox division needs to make a 30% profit on everything it sells, which is why they've been jacking up prices constantly.
Yeah, I was talking to the manager at the GameStop I go to, and he was like, yeah, you see why this wall is so small? He said because Xbox is slowly dying.
Well, I mean, if you go to, like, brick and mortar stores that aren't gaming focused, you know, like a Walmart and stuff like that, they're starting to remove their Xbox displays.
Well, yeah, Target did that too.
Yeah, they're starting to remove their Xbox displays and just leave in, like, you know, controllers and, like, game code cards, but not, like, stock the physical games there, because Xbox is a dying brand. Everyone can see it, except for Xbox.
The only thing I even use my Xbox for anyway is YouTube nowadays. That and certain games, that's about
Can we talk about the Xbox ROG Ally handheld that they hyped up so much, and then it turns out it can't even play Xbox games?
Yeah, that's kind of a problem.
The Xbox handheld cannot play Xbox games. Try explaining that to a parent buying it for their kid.
Look, I have a few friends
go.
on I have a few of my friends on Xbox saying that, oh, Xbox is gonna come back. Just watch, it's gonna come back. I'm like, no, dude.
People have been
no,
saying
this
it's
is a
going to
slow
come
burn.
back ever since they fumbled the bag with everything post 360.
Yeah.
The sad
Okay,
thing
so-
about the Xbox Series is, like, it's a good platform. It's just the Xbox One did irreparable harm to the
decisions.
brand image. And then, like,
Basically-
everything after that's only buried it.
Like, look, it's good product, but the problem is they're fumbling it can't fucking word it correctly. Good product, poor decisions.
Yeah.
If that is accurate. Also, you were saying,
I would agree.
Miles.
So it's called a... What was it called? It's called Tomorrow with Gardevoir Poketoon.
Oh, yeah, the Poketunes they've been
Oh,
uploading to YouTube.
It's all about
I-
a man and his Gardevoir living together.
Oh.
Yep.
Interesting.
Oh, we just entered an upside down room.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
You're giving me Castlevania Bloodlines PTSD.
There's some gravity fuckery going on here. Where's Gravity Man when you need him?
But yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to this when I get the chance because I am interested in how this Poketoon goes.
Yeah, they came out with a Poketoon
As
the
long-
other day. Like, they're doing stuff basically, like, lining up with promotion for ZA.
Yeah, I'm just curious about it. I'm just hoping it's like wholesome.
Oh,
it's a
they've all
Mega
been
Gardevoir.
wholesome.
Okay, good.
And these are
Then I will
official, so of
definitely-
course it's going to be wholesome.
Yeah, I definitely need to.
The Pokemon Company's not going to risk their brand image by giving the majority of the Gardevoir fandom what they actually want.
Because
I say the majority because you are in the minority that should be the majority.
Well, yeah, because a lot of the lewd and spicy stuff for Gardevoir is just basically all fan interpreted.
Yeah, every time you see a Gardevoir with boobs, it's like, have you seen Gardevoir? She's not just flat as a board. She's built like a wooden plank. She's got a, like, 2D, she's got like a, thin in terms of depth body.
All I'm gonna say is this: like, I'm not gonna knock the artwork. You guys, people can do what they want, but please, I'm a legit fan of this Pokemon. Do not desecrate it.
It's like, obviously God damn it, Terror Mask!
What did Terramask do?
He's trying to taunt
what you
Rick
do.
into continuing to go after Jenny, and he was impersonating Jenny, going like, "Oh, Dr. West, it's so big!"
Oh my God, Jim Cummings, no!
And Rick responded to it with, "Do you ever shut up?"
I agree.
Let's see. Iron said, at this point, Microsoft is trying to dig themselves out of a hole that's deeper than a trench with a teaspoon. Yes, I would say that's accurate, except they don't even have the teaspoon.
it's bad now. I want to see Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Robotnik wear the terror mask.
Sad AM.
Sorry, sad AM. I am being
Technically, he
stupid
did,
tonight.
like I said earlier, technically he did do Adventures Robotnik for the pilot, but we don't have the full pilot
But no,
available.
it's Sat AM. Sat AM.
Yes.
Damn it. I don't know why I got Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog on the brain. I don't know why.
Ha-ha! Nudity avoided. Can't get me... You'll need to try harder than that to get me with sexy ladies showing off their tatas.
But no, I definitely need to watch that Pokey Tune when I get the chance. I did not know they did a Gardevoir one.
Yeah, they did.
I need to.
Now what's gonna be interesting is when I eventually stream the God of War series, because I can't skip past the boobs in that. There's boobs everywhere. But Twitch allows it because Twitch allows it because aside from the like sex mini games, it's not played for titillation. It's supposed to look like Greek artwork.
Yeah, it's more. So, if it's not the main focus of the game, they really shouldn't care.
Yeah, Twitch doesn't care if it's if you're not zeroing in on that, and two, if it's natively part of the game and not something you modded in.
Yeah. So. Ooh, boss fight.
Sad AM Robotnik was absolutely terrifying. Same voice actor voices the Terror Mask in this game.
Look, Sad AM Robotnik. Look, Eggman is a villain. Sad AM Robotnik is a monster.
Yes.
That's all you need to know.
Funnily, Game Robotnik is more of a Saturday morning cartoon villain than the Saturday morning cartoon Eggman was.
Yeah, like, during the time of Sad AM, like, that Robotnik was a massive, like, actual threat.
Like, the thing about it's not just that he was a massive actual threat, it's that he basically already won for the most part.
Well, yeah, he took over most of Mobius. He already had it in his grasp. The only thing he didn't have was Knothole Village.
Yeah, because he didn't know where it was.
And yet Snively was the one that found it first.
Alright, time to beat up a golem made out of furniture, a clock tower, and... Sorry, grandfather clock, probably, and lots of fleshy bits.
So basically, it's a poltergeist with flesh.
Yes, and the center of this poltergeist is a cursed doll.
Yeah, this is definitely a throwback to the first Splatterhouse, one of the bosses.
This is a throwback to the boss of level 2 of Splatterhouse, the poltergeist. And also, now that I've actually played a bit of it, it's also a throwback to the level 1 boss of Wanpaku Graffiti, which is a possessed doll. So, it's a double reference, including to one that the West had not seen at that point, because it was only available in Japan, and had not been ported until, like, a decade later.
Yeah, I don't care what people say. Like, dolls are creepy as hell in horror. They are creepy as
Iron says, I don't know, Game Eggman proved he can be threatening. Remember what he said to the Zeddy? Yeah, remember how the Zeddy absolutely whooped his ass? Because once he lost control of the magic conch shell, and then the story went to shit, and then the Zeddy just, like, continued to be uninteresting characters until Ian Flynn got his hands on them.
Yeah, but also here's another thing, though. Yeah, Game Eggman can be threatening, but Sad AM Robotnik dabbled in mind control, other magics, as well as roboticizing people, and nearly, and basically interdimensional, like, portals and shit. Like,
yeah.
He was playing for keeps.
Yeah, we're not saying that Game Eggman can't be threatening. It's that they're on two different levels in terms of their effectiveness and how terrifying they can be.
Also, the fact that game version of Robotnik / Eggman, most of the Cataclysm effects that happened on accident because his ass got way too big for his britches and underestimated what he was trying to work with.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at when he teamed up with Chaos or the Dark Gaia incident.
Especially Dark Gaia. Like, he finally got to build Eggman Land.
Yep.
That is all he accomplished.
Yep, and then it came crumbling down.
Yep. And he never tried it again after that.
And then you got, let's see, you got Time Eater, which backfired.
Time Eater backfired not because it went out of his control, but because, like, it turns out when you fuck around with something that eats time and you get caught in the, like, destruction of it, you end up in nowhere. You end up in that white void that Squidward was in when he broke the time machine.
Yeah, pretty much. That's still pretty funny though, just having those two Eggmans like argue with each other.
Yeah, they never explained how Eggman got out of there, and Ian Flynn has said that he's not going to explain it.
Just have game version Eggman argue either Baldry's Robotnik or Jim Cummings Robotnik in that void, and you have a good thing going.
I will say, as far as like the Sonic fandom projects I'm working on, if we ever do Sonic Generations, I am going to do what Sega didn't and have two different actors playing the two different Eggmen. I would be playing classic Eggman, while JKR would be playing modern Eggman.
It would be interesting because it would be a good chemistry.
Technically, he built Eggman Land twice if you count the Interstellar Amusement Park. I don't count the Interstellar Amusement Park because that was just part of a broader Doomsday plan, like a Take Over the World plan, whereas Eggman Land was supposed to be its own sovereign nation as well as a monument to himself.
Yeah. Also, the whole thing with what happened with the Planetary Stellar Amusement Park, it didn't really work out.
Yeah. I have a lot of problems with Sonic Colors' story, but I love the design of the Interstellar Amusement Park and the idea of Eggman being like, okay, instead of trying to rely on, like, you know, ancient monstrosities from Earth, why don't I just capture some aliens and harness them for power?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like, if I ever get my ass around to streaming Sonic Colors for, like, more than one session, there's a line in particular that Tails says when explaining the powers of the Wisps that just rubs me the wrong way because it's like, he's actuallying without being right.
Also, the DS version of Sonic Colors is a very good Rush.
Yeah, it's just another Sonic Rush that they called Sonic Colors.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, the only other time, only one of the other times SBO was in a game, I think it was Sonic Colors DS.
Yeah, he was in that one. He wasn't in the console version. The console version really only had Sonic, Tails, Eggman, Orbot, and Cubot.
Yeah.
And it was,
I'm gonna be real with you
it was
guys,
kinda Orbot and Cubot's debut. I say kinda because a prototype for Orbot shows up in Sonic Unleashed, but he doesn't get his current design and name until Sonic Colors.
I was gonna say though, Orbot and Cubot, as fun as they are, they're no scratch and ground.
We have Scratch and Grounder at home.
Pretty much, yeah. But real talk, Scratch and Grounder were just hilarious.
And unlike Scratch and Grounder, Scratch and Grounder actually contributed to the plots of the episode, whereas Orbot and Cubot rarely do anything of note, except have annoying banter back and forth.
The only thing I like about Orbot and Cubot is them like roasting Sega as well for the Sonic Boom cartoon, where they're like, yeah, we'll see you again in season 3 with the same characters in the same setting at the same time.
Yeah, it's almost like Sonic Boom. The Sonic Boom TV show had better writing than the Sonic games did at the time. All right, time for us to unlock that Berserker mode. Hell yeah, brother.
Do it. Time to go nuts.
No, don't step on me.
Do it.
Step on him.
Look, if you want to be stepped on, that's absolutely fine. Just don't make it my problem.
Not into that.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry,
not the one
thank you.
doing it. I don't
Or
know, you
or
just don't want me to do it.
as the meme from the Sonic community goes, keep your fetish away from me. All right, time to kill a doll. Well, that's why it's called the doll that bled.
Ain't your mama, asshole?
Yes.
The way he delivers that line, holy shit.
God.
Again, we need Sad AM Robotnik to say something like that during one or something. Just be like, I hate your mama, asshole.
Just put Terror Mask lines over Sad AM Robotnik footage.
It's me,
Rick?
That should actually be a thing. I would love it.
Possible. I see it all now. A Mobius strip without beginning.
Speaking of Mobius,
Are you trying to speak of the Terror Mask's past life? Because if you are, that's interesting.
you said a Mobius strip.
Take my advice, boy. Enjoy what little extra life that thing has given you. And don't try to follow us.
West recognized us.
Well, you got one of those faces. Now go.
But I got one of those faces. Now go.
I love the Terror Mask. This game is worth playing just for Jim Cummings as the Terror Mask.
Look, Jim Cummings as the Terror Mask is just an amazing choice.
Meanwhile, in the Doctor Who opening credits,
Hey,
Maybe one day I'll get one where you look like you're having fun. Dr. West? Hello? Anyone here?
we have fun. Look, I got us tickets for that concert at the Arkham Bowl tomorrow, didn't I?
You
there's another Lovecraft reference, Arkham.
Solar eclipse. Tell me you got backstage passes too, and I'll marry you right now.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. The mic just went too close to my mouth. Like it
Yeah, I
bent
noticed.
in a little bit. Yeah, I did not mean for that to happen. I apologize.
It's okay. I've heard worse.
I was just doing my eye drops real quick, and my mic went in a little bit.
Okay. But yeah, that's another Lovecraft reference. Arkham is a recurring town in the Lovecraft mythos, where lots of like cult activity and freaky deaky shit happens.
That's it. You okay?
Yeah.
Good. Because dead, you're useless to me.
What's that?
It's a portal.
Because dead, you're useless to me.
Barriers of reality are weaker.
Any idea?
All you hear him say is, "I miss Snively."
Could be another world. That's the thing about hijacking a portal. It's a crapshoot.
It's almost like you shouldn't just jump into a portal not knowing where it's going to end up.
The walls.
But then you got the people that say, "Fuck around and find out."
Fuck around and find out usually ends up with something bad happening to the person who fucks around.
Yeah, but then again, do they listen? No. It's a similar thing. Why would you fuck around? Why would you fuck around messing with things that are already dead? Leave them to die.
Just don't take them to where the dead go to die, or else you end up on a FBI watch list.
Pretty much, yeah.
That is for those of you that don't know, that is a reference to a very infamous animated horror movie called Where the Dead Go to Die.
Oh,
Is one of the only horror movies where I had to stop watching it, not because it got too scary for me, but because it was like, okay, you're trying too hard to be shocking, and it's wearing off.
you got bored, basically.
Yeah, I got bored. I got bored because, like, part of it is that, like, it's a mocap animated movie. And it's very poorly mocap animated. You wanna know why it's poorly mocap animated?
Why?
The director didn't have the budget or resources for, like, a mocap studio or mocap equipment. So you wanna know what he used instead?
Phase 3.
What?
An Xbox Kinect.
A what?
An Xbox 360 Kinect.
Oh God.
Use that for the mocap for all the characters in his movie.
I believe it.
Take it steady.
So everything looks real jank.
You okay?
Yeah.
Good.
And, like, it's trying to be like, oh, it's making you question what's reality and what's nightmares. But, like, its attempts at, like, shocking nightmare imagery are, like, loud screaming noises blaring whenever there's something scary happening, and, like, you know, faceless people, or, like, people made out of corpses or things like that. And it happens so frequently that, one, it stops being scary, and two, it gets annoying.
I was gonna say, so basically what you're telling me is it's a cheap internet jump scare.
It's a cheap internet jump scare that makes up like half the movie's runtime whenever they run out of like genuinely creepy things to do with the premise.
Oh my.
Like, the best way to sum up the plot structure of Where the Dead Go to Die is that sort of an anthology film, where it's like 3 interconnecting stories told sequentially that all intertwine based around like the town that they take place in. But, like, you can tell that one of them was made as a short film at first, before it became an anthology film project, because it's so tonally different from the others, because it tries to be, like, kind of dark comedy. But it fails in the dark comedy because, like, it goes for, like, dead baby humor, basically. But it crosses the line so many times that it's like, okay, where's the punchline? Because all you've done is, like, be like, haha, it's like Lassie, but Lassie is satanic. And tells the kid to do all these horrible things. Okay, that's not enough of a premise to build up like a 20-minute short film, let alone the first third of your movie. It also doesn't help that the demon voice that they gave to the demon Lassie, whose name is Labby because she's a lab, is just irritating to listen to. Because he doesn't sound demonic, he sounds like he's out of breath.
You mean Mr. Pickles? I'm kidding.
No, not Mr. Imagine Mr. Pickles, but like pretentious.
Smoking 12. So basically Mr. Pickles, but if he smoked 12 packs of Marlboro.
It's like a listen. The baby that your mom's having, he's the Antichrist. It goes on forever because he takes so long to say anything.
Oh my god. That just sounds, yeah, that just sounds stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then, like, the second part of the movie is the only part that, like, gets kind of freaky, because it's about, like, a serial killer who kills people and drains this fluid that contains their memories out of the people that he kills, and injects it into himself as a drug so he can, like, get a high off of experiencing their memories, but, like, breaks down his distinction of what's really his memories and what isn't. That's the only, like... That's a good concept. It's poorly executed because most of the nightmare imagery is like, the one that sticks out to me is like a woman playing with herself, but the woman is made out of babies.
Okay. That's an image.
While like the background is like industrial grinding noises and screams layered on top of each other. I'm like, we get it. It's freaky. Stop. It's not often that I say
that's an image. That's an image.
It's not often that I say this about horror, because I enjoy my schlocky horror movies, but you're trying too hard. And then the third part of the movie is where I had to shut it off, not just because I was getting bored with it, but because it's like, oh, this is not even scary. This is just like, this is just playing up like stuff that happens to real people for like shock value. About like a boy with a with like a dead Siamese twin attached to the side of his head that like never fully formed, who his parents hate him but love the functionally dead Siamese twin, and abuse him but treat the dead Siamese twin like their favorite child, and he becomes friends with the girl next door, but it turns out her dad is abusing her in horrific ways and filming it and having neighbors get in on it. And I'm like, okay, no, this is where I stop. Not only has the scary stuff gotten boring, but like this is just morally reprehensible to base a horror concept on.
Yeah.
It's not often that I say that. I have fairly low standards when it comes to like I'm someone who thinks that you can make a movie plot out of just about anything, as long as it's executed right. And this one's not executed right. It's like, it's not saying like this is a bad thing that happens and you're going to get the satisfaction of seeing the comeuppance of the people involved. I don't know if that happens. I don't want to know if that happens. All I know is that it's like, isn't this shocking?
No.
Isn't this gross? I'm like, yeah, it's gross. Not for the reason you want it to be. Because you animated this shit, fucker.
I saw some videos, and I'll tell you more about them in private, because it's not something I'm going to go into full details on.
Okay.
Okay.
On a stream, because it's a serious topic, but it's something I just want to throw out.
Okay.
But TLDR is I'm never going to end up going to a Pokemon VGC or any form of competition in public.
I mean, you shouldn't anyway. Those places are just disasters of hygiene.
Well, all I'll say is that there's people coming out right now due to situations that have occurred over the last few years.
Let me guess, something similar to the TwitchCon shit going on?
Yeah, worse probably, though.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me in the slightest. It's always at Nintendo events like that.
Yeah, it's always popular people like YouTubers like Leonhart and Wolfie VGC. They've both been.
Yeah, without going too much further into this, partly because I'm not educated on that whole side of YouTube, but also because, you know, very serious topic.
Yeah.
Like, it's always people in Nintendo spheres that are involved in this.
Yeah.
Like, it happened with the Smash community a few years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. Thank you, Jim.
The only thing I'm
Cummings.
doing VGC wise or doing like card collecting wise is just play the game with my friends and collect the Pokemon cards that I want.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
I can agree with that. Playing the games and, well, I guess now for collecting the plushes and all that for me now.
Up, our first speech of a bigger bad, the Corrupted. Also, every time I play this subtitle gets stuck on screen for the duration of the level, where it just says, "Watch it."
That's warning you permanently.
I breathed in the wrong way once, and now the cough is pestering me again.
You want to know something stupid yet brilliant that just occurred to me about, like, how many of these puzzles involve impaling enemies or throwing them at targets to impale them?
You know what?
Half of the puzzles in this game could be mini games in Mad World.
Yeah, they could.
I believe it.
All they need is you know, to make the targets big busty women with with like the spikes that you throw the enemies at to impale them on, covering their naughty bits, which was literally a thing we saw in Mad World.
Yep.
So what exactly are the collected items? They are everything and nothing.
They inhabit the abyss. They don't descend. It's understood. A place from whence stems all human suffering. God can only trace their jagged silhouette on the shadow.
Lovecraft shit, gotcha. There, now and forever, amen. This is one of the few photos I'm okay with showing, because it doesn't have any nudity in it.
Yeah.
Not all of them are porn. Just most of them.
Mostly porn, not all porn.
Mostly porn, not all porn. There's a big difference between mostly porn and all porn. Here, open his mouth.
What?
We were basically going into the, there's a difference between mostly dead and all dead.
Okay, I was gonna say, wait, what? Excuse you?
Wow, the train derailed just like this stream has.
Isn't that the average?
Yes.
Wish I didn't have to work tomorrow.
Just don't have a job, then you won't have to work tomorrow.
I need money
Unfortunate.
though, so
Yeah, unfortunately, one needs money to actually exist.
Look, when you think about it, money is fake and just something that people decided has value.
Yeah, but unfortunately, people have not realized.
Unfortunately, the IRS doesn't agree with me on that.
Yeah, again, people don't realize this. Therefore, guess what? It exists. We need it to exist. Sadly. Until the IRS wakes up and says, "Hey, guess what? Money is just bullshit."
it'll never happen.
I know it'll never happen, but I'm just saying that's the only way it'll even happen.
Oh gosh, I'm having PTSD right now.
You okay?
Oh.
I should never have said RAR.
No, that was. I heard it in the game, and I was mimicking too.
My ex used to say RAR all the time, and now I'm kind of having flashbacks for a minute.
Oh, you and me both having X-related things today.
Yeah. Mine isn't
Zard bu-
being stalkerish though.
I will help you a little bit. Zard bucks.
Okay, yeah, I feel better now.
Good.
A Zardachino.
Yes.
Hopefully it doesn't
I
get
want artwork of a
discontinued, unlike the
Zardachino.
Dunkachino.
Look, if they ever do a life-size Charizard plush, just get like a Starbucks apron for it.
Yeah,
It's
get
not
the
a
hat
life-size
too.
one, but I saw one
There-
that is like bigger, so I may buy it and just do a Zardachino.
Yes, do it.
I just need someone
mu-
to design a Zardachino logo so I can just tape it over a Starbucks cup.
Yeah. You do that and take a picture. I will do one for the Gardevoir and just do one for the Gardevoir coffee cup.
Yeah, I just need a Zardachino.
I'll get my Chibi Arceus plush out of storage and get a barista outfit for Ed and be like, "Hi, welcome to Godbucks. How can I help you?"
So basically, we have Arceus, a Gardevoir, and a Charizard working as baristas. Okay.
Yes.
This is canon now.
Yeah, it became canon because of
Welcome to
all of our silliness.
Zardbucks. I'm God. How can I take your order?
You just have the God like working the register. You have the Charizard like making the coffee, and you have like the Gardevoir like trying to give out samples. I'm still trying to find a good barista apron for Rosemary, so I can mimic the cafe outfit in Unite.
I saw someone on Twitter put theirs in a maid outfit.
Yeah,
Of
there's
course
also
they did.
yeah, Lulu saw someone put one in a high school uniform, girls outfit.
Japanese high school or like Catholic high school?
Japanese.
Okay. So a set of fuku.
Yep, and they also did one for a Catholic. Yeah, did both.
So West is like a servant of the corrupted?
Yeah, they need servants like you. They're
I think there was also one that someone put it in Japan. They put in their car. It was sitting in the driver's seat. When
Yeah,
the
I saw
cop-
that.
I love that. I just love. Just pull up, you see a Gardevoir behind the wheel of a car. Like what?
Had a nice
died.
fall.
Oh no.
I love the loading screen. Just literally has the things that kill you just like swarming you.
You mean the enemies? Yes.
Growl, growl. Hunger.
Enemies are
Growl,
typically
growl.
the term that's used for that in a video game for things that try to kill you.
My gosh, Ari.
I still find it funny that that Pokemon Center has a my friend Malamar. Malamar
Fucker just
plush
took
or
off my
whatever it is.
arm and like 90% of my health.
Oh God!
The
really?
blue guys, I hate them. Die.
They took out 90% of your HP.
Yeah, they are lightning. They're lightning bruisers. They're really fast and they hit hard. And these guys show
So
up as
annoying
early
when
as
lickers.
level 2.
Oh God! I can imagine what it would be like on the hardest difficulty on this game then. God.
They are one-hit kills on the hardest difficulty as far as I'm aware.
I was gonna say if it was like 90% on no.
Yeah, they don't appear in swarms, thankfully, but they tend to, like, pop out of nowhere and then leap at you when they are scripted to appear.
So, liquors.
Yeah, I heard you. Heard you said it was a flesh wound. Is it a flesh wound now? Fuck.
I mean, the arm grew back, so yeah. And I would say that Rick's flesh is pretty wounded.
Yeah.
He's undead, technically.
Not undead, because he didn't die the first time. Oh, tentacles, hello?
Oh no.
Hello?
Cthulhu.
No, that's not Cthulhu. This thing's called an Aegis.
I know. I'm just making jokes because it's a squid thing.
You could have the tentacles.
Cthulhu does show up in this
You.
game in a very unexpected way.
Really?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, they don't even make a big deal out of Cthulhu being in this game. No one comments on it. He's just in the background, just trying to look threatening, but nobody even acknowledges that he's there. Like, the mask doesn't say anything about Cthulhu.
Look, Cthulhu has been on hard times. He's just trying to make some money.
Look, he got paid. He's on one of those like Steven Seagal, on one of those Steven Seagal kicks where like he gets paid like $5 million to be on set for like 15 minutes with 1 day of shooting.
Yeah.
Sitting in a chair and gets top billing.
Pretty much, yeah.
And yes, I will slander Steven Seagal because he's a horrible person. He also has one of the he also has had an advertisement for his own branded energy drink that looks like it's about to turn into a low-budget porno any second.
Yeah, definitely breathing in the wrong way has messed up my throat now. Shit.
Have you tried breathing in the right way?
Yeah, I did just now, and it just like, nope,
do you
too late,
need
you
an
already fucked up.
Do you need an enclosed instruction book?
Look,
If
go
you
back to
need
enjoying
help
your
on
look,
if you need
go
help
back
on
to enjoying your
breathing,
tentacles. Stop.
if you need help on breathing the right way, check out the enclosed instruction book.
Look, the only thing I know about breathing is if you hold your breath for if you hold your breath, you have a 2-minute counter. Every time you breathe, the 2 minutes reset.
Damn it, I didn't get to do the finisher on the tentacle monster. I killed it too quickly. I wanted to see how you finish off a tentacle monster in this game. It would have been gruesome and or hilarious.
I'm sure.
It would have been cadaverific. Just like
Crunchy
squishing that
noises.
guy's head. Did I just say that the enemies I'm fighting right now look like if like the Predator took on the form of a baboon?
No, that's fair.
Like, I get monkey vibes from these guys. But they got, like, the dreads that you would see on, like, a Predator.
Monkey.
Monkey!
Okay.
The monkey. The monk.
Monkey.
No peeking.
Speaking of monkey, oh my god, it's the Planet of the Apes, except even more horrific.
Planet of the Tentacles, more like it.
This happens in exactly 13 months, which is oddly specific.
Oh my god. Paper has become powerful enough to slice through metal. Even match for now. Game thing anymore.
Give me your arm. I need to beat these motherfuckers with another motherfucker.
Oh right, Ari, seeing as you're a Darkrai fan, Unite is giving Darkrai a new outfit for Halloween.
Ooh, what is it?
I don't remember what it's called, but it's supposed to be like a nightmarish gentleman.
Okay. All right,
I
now we
think-
just have to play. I guess the closest sport game I can think of to be the giant mouth coming out, the giant fleshy mouth coming out of the Statue of Liberty's face. The closest game I can think of to it is like Mr. Bucket or
Is it Costume Party?
I said
I
board
think
game.
so, yes. Yeah, I think it's Costume Party Darkrai.
Okay. You know what? We're playing Hungry Hungry Hippos, except there's only one hippo, and it's not a hippo. It's the
Yeah, I was
Statue
gonna say
of
Hungry
Liberty's
Hungry
head.
Hippo. Either Hungry Hungry Hippos or...
No, it's
Oh,
that
no.
Gator Golf game.
I loved that game, by the way, when I was younger.
Except instead of golf balls, it's living creatures.
But yeah, I believe the Darkrai outfit is called Costume Party. God, all the kills in this game just sound juicy, and I love.
They are. You didn't need those arms anyway.
We'll be taking those arms. We'll be taking those. We'll possibly be taking.
Hey kids, you ever wanted to see what the inside of the Statue of Liberty looks like? After this, you fucking won't.
It's a giant mouth.
I wanted to know what it was like. Well, I wanted to know what it was like in Statue of Liberty. I didn't mean it like this. Oh boy, the
worst part is that you know this is someone's fetish.
Yeah. Yeah, it exists.
The meat factory.
Ooh, the meat factory.
This place smells
I'm getting kind of tired all of a sudden.
Go get some rest.
Go get some sleep.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Get some rest.
Have a good night.
Bye bye.
Yes, too.
This will probably be the last stage we do for tonight.
Okay.
I think this is the stage that has my favorite Terror Mask line.
Which one would that be?
Well, I'll point it out when it comes up.
Right, yeah. Right.
It's a fourth wall breaking line. The Mask has a few fourth wall breaking lines in this game, but this one's my favorite. But also because it's coming out of the voice of fucking Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. Like this one, and there's one other line that I like as well.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Oh boy, one of those blue fuckers. Nope. Taking you out first. Batter up. Get it? Because it's not a bat, it's a 2x4 with nails in it.
Yeah, I get it.
There is a bat you can get later.
Another achievement.
I got an achievement called Army of Dead Evil. I did see an Evil Dead reference earlier. In one of the first fights in the game, you see, like, the mounted heads on the wall start laughing. That's a reference to Evil Dead 2. Which, fun fact, basically everything that people associate with Evil Dead, except for the scene with the tree getting uncomfortably frisky with a woman, is actually stuff from Evil Dead 2, not Evil Dead 1.
Oh.
I say this having not seen Evil Dead 2 or Evil Dead 1, but I have seen Evil Dead the musical. Which, by the way, everyone should see Evil Dead the musical if they're a horror movie fan. It's brilliant. And if you do go, make sure to wear a white t-shirt and sit near the front row so you can have a souvenir to take home with you.
I'm guessing Splash Zone.
Yes, it's considered a rite of passage for Evil Dead fans to go see Evil Dead the musical, sit in the Splash Zone with a white t-shirt so they can have their own uniquely blood-splattered shirt to take home. Because during the final fight, at the very end of the play, they spray fake blood out onto the first few rows. Unfortunately for my night, they forgot to add the red food coloring to the fake blood, so it just got wet, and not in the fun way.
Oh boy.
But yeah, all I got was a wet t-shirt, and it didn't even look sexy. Because it wasn't this model in a wet t-shirt, it was my it was my flesh model in a wet t-shirt.
Are they human?
Used to be. A long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away. Guys weren't even doing anything wrong. They were just having a snack. Uh-oh, the monsters are fighting.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy, this thing's got one of my favorite execution animations. Oh, Rick's getting into it.
Embrace what you've became.
Get down with the sickness, Rick. Just don't become like David Draymond in real life and start autographing bombs that are going to be dropped on Gaza. Don't do that. You'll get canceled. And, you know, be a horrible person for doing so.
Oh, God.
Here we go. You punch him in the face, yank his head in and out, making it look very suggestive, before ripping it off. Because he's got a very penis-y with two tendrils coming off looking head.
Oh, God.
There's an enemy later in the game that has an even more death animation that I love.
Lovely.
Basically, have you ever wanted to see someone get a fist shoved up their ass and their spine ripped out through their asshole?
In the words of Cheese the Chow from Sonic the Hedgehog, man, I didn't know you... Well, dang, woman, I didn't know you could do that with a...
Another acceptable answer would be none of those words are in the Bible.
Yeah.
Or just something along the lines of this game of you need Jesus.
Yeah. That can be many different things.
Oh boy, this is the
I
level
think
where
this
we
is
fight the
one.
dude.
It's nothing, kid. Just a trick of the light.
This dude who was one of my biggest banes of my existence during my play. Yep, this is the level that I was thinking of that has my favorite fourth wall breaking line. It happens in this room.
You know what to do, Rick.
It happens in this very room.
Yes.
Notice, dear viewers, how we are impaling them on chairs that look very butt-pluggy. Like, these are not spikes, these are butt plugs. Alright. Time to microwave some fleshy popcorn.
What, no melted butter?
See, that's the fun part. The melted butter comes out when they explode. Or pop. Here we go.
See, that's the kind of shit that got us an M rating.
Yep, that's the line.
Ha! That's one of the lines I like. That
is my favorite one-liner that the mask has in this game.
There is another line that comes up later that I.
Let it touch you. Hurry! We need to get out of here now.
Still there?
Everything we meet wants.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you went quiet.
No, I was gonna say. I was saying. There's one other line in the game that I like that tops this one.
Yeah, it's probably the one that happens right before the fight with the guy that we just saw.
What, the one with the chainsaw sounds?
The one with the chainsaws, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
line,
another
my
god tier line.
Because the fact
Like,
is, they knew what boss it was.
Yeah, they knew what boss it was, and they knew damn well they had to give him the respect he deserves.
Yep. That's my favorite line in the entire game, because as soon as I heard it, I was just like, oh no.
What we could do to help those creatures?
I love the way the mask just brushes that. Like, there must be something we could do to help those creatures. Yeah. The Mask is such an unrepentant asshole, and I love him.
I don't know why I could see Megatron as saying, nah, if Vixie or like so, we need to help them. Nah.
Exactly like Jim Cummings said it there. JKR, I am sending you the VOD of this after it goes up, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's just the Twitch VOD.
Yeah.
In the event that you didn't get to see this tonight, so you can hear how fucking amazing Jim Cummings is as the Terror Mask. Because I've told you about this role, JKR. You just haven't gotten to hear it.
Yeah, it's a treat.
It goes to show like why Jim Cummings, like, even though he's really pigeonholed into like family friendly and children's media, he's really good at playing like absolute unrepentant monsters like the Terror Mask.
Which is why I would have loved to see Sadie M. Robotnik wear the Terror Mask. That way Jim Cummings could have a conversation with Jim Cummings.
You want to throw in a third Jim Cummings into that equation. You know who else you could throw in as a other wearer of the Terror Mask, given that the voice that he uses for these two characters is exactly the same, because it's just his natural speaking voice?
Yeah, who?
Cat from Cat Dog.
Yes.
Running to get out of the microwave. Have a good night, Iron. Glad you stopped by.
Beat his ass up.
You know, it's been a while since I bought an upgrade because I've how much blood do I have accrued right now? Almost. Hold on, it's over 9,000. As of right now, it is over 9,000.
Yeah. That IK you got that is game breaking again. A ton of EXP.
I've barely been using it.
Oh, you actually, come to think of it, we just been talking and shooting the breeze.
Yeah,
like,
we've been just shooting the
autopilot.
We've been doing this on autopilot because this is like, I mean this in a good way. This is a good, like, turn your brain off and enjoy the vibes game.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, I mean, again, you're beating the living shit out of things and literally causing ass.
Look, they call it Splatterhouse for a reason.
How are we gonna get out of here?
Are we gonna get out of here?
lives up to
Never
the
ask
game.
that when you're in a sealed room with an opening floor. Meanwhile, in the 2D realm.
Yep, like old times.
I don't remember these kind of traps in arcade Splatterhouse.
But it would be some form of trap that would be an arcade Splatterhouse.
Not really. It's mostly just enemies. It's not really like level hazards.
Okay, I think it's more Splatterhouse
Apart from like pits. Yeah, that's more Splatterhouse 2, which, you know, good that they reference Splatterhouse 2 and 3 as well as Splatterhouse 1.
Well, yeah, I mean, because again, you need to throw
like-
back to all the nodes of the game.
Missed my jump.
Oh,
A little late on their Terror
so
Mask.
bad music.
Enjoy the Larry and Jerry ASMR.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Just like old times.
Alright, I'm gonna buy some upgrades, because I've got more than enough blood for it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you got points to burn, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna get the face melter.
Probably upgrade your health a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, I could use that. And what can I get for 2,000 other than I can get out? I can get the tackle pack, which is to tackle and pummel enemies.
Go for it.
Or
I could
charge my straight punch for 1,000. I'm gonna do that. I need more variety. No, wait, no. I'm gonna save up for the slam attack upgrade.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
anyway.
It sounds like charging up that punch would just leave you vulnerable.
Well, charge attacks are more your area of effect attacks, but the slam is really the only one that is worth using, in my experience.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like charging the punch or whatever, like it take a moment to reel back a punch.
Yeah. And enemies do not have moot chivalry. They do not wait their turn to attack you. No music?
Well, no, this ain't an art. This.
Yeah, there's no music this time.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, that happens sometimes where the music fails to load.
Well, look, this ain't a standard like RPG like Final Fantasy or Pokemon. Like they're not gonna stand there and watch you attack.
Well, no, but I mean, like even in character action games in beat 'em ups, usually the enemies will have some sort of sequential order when they attack, so they don't just all gang up on you at once, unless it's Ninja Gaiden very famously does not have moot chivalry, where enemies will gang up on you and all like wombo combo you to death.
Yeah.
This is one of those kind of games where the enemies do not like take turns attacking you, so you can pick them off one by one.
Yeah.
I love that you can splat guys against the screen. I always love that in games where you can knock enemies either, like, into the background or, like, knock them against the TV screen.
Yeah, like in Turtles in Time or like in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games, you can throw them at the screen.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about how it works in Turtles in Time is, like, it's kind of random when it happens, and it's required for beating the first boss.
It's more of a finicky input rather than a random...
Like, it's finicky enough that feels random.
Look at all these tanks.
Hey,
Yeah,
Ricky! Showed up in time for some good old bloody gory fun with Splatterhouse.
Yep.
And I have been dodging TOS like a bullet by not letting the uncensored titties show up on screen for too long, if at all.
I was gonna say, in Shredder's Revenge, they made it very easy to throw people at the screen, but
I still need
Turtles
to
in
play
Time is just
Shredder's
very
Revenge.
hard.
I got a copy of it for free one year.
It's really fun. I played through the entire game on the hardest difficulty. It is really fun.
Ricking says, Gorai, not a fan unless with NTR fans. Is that Jason X? I mean, you could argue that Jason X's design was based off of the main character from Splatterhouse in his Splatterhouse 3 design. Because, like, you look at the Terror Mask, not in this game in particular, but, like, this design is based on how it was in Splatterhouse 3. And it looks just like Uber Jason's mask. Given that Rick's design originally was not you, Ricking, but Rick from this game, his design was based off of Jason, it kind of comes full circle. Literally me, says Ricking. I mean... you said it, not me.
Also, the fact we got, like, top peak Jim Cummings as Terror Mask in this game.
Yeah, we got Winnie the Pooh as the voice of the mask. And he's got a lust for blood. It's almost like there's a word for that. Ooh, we putting him into the gore grinder.
Well, it is called the Meat Factory for a reason.
Look, we gotta fill the tubes with enough people juice.
I just realized something. Is this what Sadam Robotnik gives Sonic as a chili dog?
Probably. Except it would be made of woodland critters instead of eldritch monsters.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty morbid thought. Oh god.
Sadam Robotnik would be the kind to feed Sonic his own parents.
Yeah, I would...
No, wait, no, that's Cartman I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's Cartman. Cartman chili.
If you never saw the episode... If you never saw the episode 200 and episode 201 duology, then you missed out on a great payoff for that entire episode.
Mr. Cartman chili. Oh my god!
Like, it's a shame that episodes 200 and 201 of South Park are literally never going to be broadcast again or put on streaming services ever, because of the death threats that Matt and Trey got. And the, like, severe studio pressure that Comedy Central gave them, where, like, the only ways you could watch are either, like, you know, Sailing the Seven Seas, Yar Har Fiddle-Dee-Dee, or by buying the DVD box sets. Because, like, it's such a love letter to South Park's continuity that, it brings back Scott Tenorman and has a payoff for the long-running mystery of, like, since Cartman's mom has been with everyone in the town, who the hell is Cartman's dad?
I was gonna say, God, now I forgot what I was gonna say.
Words?
Words, yes. What I was thinking of, no.
Now those aren't good. Now those corpses aren't good to get some nice juice out of. There's no meat on the bones. They're just skin and bones. Haven't you ever juiced a person before? Don't answer that.
You make that joke. One time when I went with Luke, some of her family looked at me and they were like, "You need to have a pack of Oreos. You're skinny as all hell." And I'm like, "What?"
Fun fact, according
do eat.
Sorry to cut you off. I was like, something just occurred to me since I'm in Berserker mode.
No, you're
now.
fine. Go ahead.
Canonically in this game, whenever Rick goes into Berserker mode, that's him letting the mask take over his body.
Well, yeah.
Which is why the mask, like, shouts out in excitement whenever you go Berserker.
Yeah.
But yeah, like...
Isn't there like 26 chapters in this game?
I can't remember.
I remember it's like 26 or something.
Yeah, it's some odd number like that. Technically, it's an even number, but you know what I mean. Going back to, like, the South Park 200-201 thing, like, Scott Tenorman gets his revenge on Cartman as part of Cartman's subplot in that duology. He reveals...
Oh, okay.
He reveals that he knows who Cartman's father is.
I think I know where this is going.
It was Scott Tenorman's dad. You know, the one that Cartman ground up and fed to Scott Tenorman.
Yeah.
Cartman killed his own father.
Ah! Oh god, no. No, that's messed up.
And, more concerning to Cartman, he's part ginger. Yeah, he's less concerned about having killed his own dad than about the revelation that he's part ginger biologically.
What year did 200 and 201 come?
It was like late 2000s, early 2010s.
Okay.
It was something like 2009, 2010, something like that, because I remember we talked
So
about it in my
around
current
there.
events class, because of, like, all the controversy that was going on surrounding that duology about, like, the potential depictions of Muhammad in there, which, you know, is very much a sacrilege in Muslim culture, and was what led to those episodes, as well as a previous episode that depicted Muhammad, super best friends, getting pulled from circulation and never re-airing on TV.
Okay.
Like, they never, like, in episode 200, they don't show him. But, in episode 201, they did, but when it aired, Comedy Central heavily censored the episode. They went nuclear on censoring the episode compared to, like, what they usually do for South Park. They put a censor bar over Muhammad's body in every shot that he was in, so you could not see him. They put a censor bar over Tom Cruise when he, like, absorbs Muhammad's essence to try and turn into him, so he can't be made fun of anymore. They bleeped out every utterance of the word Muhammad in the dialogue.
They really went that far with censoring.
And for, you know, the I learned something today speech, which was supposed to be a speech about how if you make people afraid of you, you can get whatever you want. They just bleeped out the entire speech with one long beep,
Oh, God.
thereby proving the message correct. But yeah, that was an episode that almost got the show canceled and almost got the creators killed.
Oh, God.
Like, it's not often that South Park almost causes an international incident that involves the deaths of people. But that was one time too many.
Makes sense.
At least as far as Comedy Central is concerned.
So how close are we to the boss?
We're getting there. I think this is, like, one of the home stretches before that boss fight. Yeah, this is the room with, like, the meat grinders underneath, and, like, you have to go across the platforms as they, like, open and close and fight the enemies on top of them, and avoid falling into the meat grinders.
Okay. So yeah, I think you're probably at, like, the home stretch.
Yeah.
Because I remember also that I think in this game, the stages, the further you go in, the more drawn out they get.
Yeah, as is typical for a character action game slash 3D beat 'em up of the era.
Yeah.
Back soon, guys. Take your time, Ricking.
Take your time.
I've got enough points to get that upgrade I want. The slam.
You might as
So
well
now it
get
has
it.
now it has a larger area of effect.
Multiple kills.
Yeah. And 2,000 more points I can give Rick invincibility frames during his roll.
Do you
Which is
wanna
another one.
farm out?
It's another
How
one
many
of the
points
most.
do they give you?
It depends on. It basically depends on your combos, and like how gruesome you are with eviscerating enemies, and whether you perform finishers or not. There's a lot of things that factor into how much blood you get.
I was gonna say, like, if you want that invincibility, farm it out
Yeah.
a little bit.
Now's your chance. No, the fuck it isn't, Terror Mask. Any minute now. Enjoy the comedic stylings of Jerry and Larry. Alright, but, yeah, as I was going to say, the dodge roll invincibility is another one of the most broken moves in this game. Because it's not like, oh, you get iframes during a specific part of the animation. No, you're just invincible while you're dodging.
Yeah.
The walls red.
It's like you're playing it like Dark Souls or something, where you just dodge to win.
Well, that's, to an extent.
Dark Souls 1, more specifically.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in a Souls game, rolling, you still get smacked if you roll the wrong way.
Look, if there's anything I know about Dark Souls 1 in particular, and that is very little, it's that you dodge and then stab them in the back. Rinse and repeat.
Look, my only experience with Souls games is Bloodborne and Elden Ring, and all I know, you're getting smacked in mid-roll. It doesn't matter what you do. You are going to pay.
The other thing I know about Dark Souls 1, and I have experimented with this and can confirm that it is a viable strategy, is when you are, you know, building your character, putting your, leveling up your character's stats, you put a shitload of points into strength until you can dual wield Zweihanders.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you just win the game.
Then again, what I built in Elden is cap strength, cap intelligence, and then the rest endurance and vigor and faith. Just paladin.
Sounds like a load of cap.
Holy greatsword.
Sounds like a load of cap to me.
It is a load of cap, actually.
God damn it, the butchers stalled me into not being able to make it over the pit. I got wombo comboed.
It'd be like that.
Welcome back, Jerry and Larry. We're gonna be seeing a lot of you tonight.
Yeah. I'm also assuming this game also has autosaves.
Yes, it does.
Alright, good. I was gonna say, like, I hope you don't get screwed. Because I know beat 'em up games, like, certain beat 'em up games don't have that, and ends up sending you back all the way to start.
Damn. I misread. I am 1,000 points away from getting the invincible roll.
So you need 3,000, not 2,000.
As in, I need 5,000, not, 4,000.
Oh, you said 4,000, never mind. I thought you said 2,000. I was like, wait a minute.
Alright. Let's try this again! I got an achievement, Blood and Lightning. Blood and Lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo.
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 Figaro.
Magnifico! That's about as much as we can get away with without being DMCA'd.
Sounds about right. Ugh. I will say this, though. I am very happy to be almost practically rid of this cough.
I'm glad for you, because I know that's been bothering you.
Oh yeah, and it makes me upset that it got caught on the D&D videos and all that, because I'm just like, wow. So I'll be able to actually DM with no signs of me getting killed by my own throat. Or lungs, rather. Then again, it's mainly due to dust and allergies.
No excuses.
Yeah, you're right. How dare I have problems with dust and allergies?
Yeah.
How dare I?
Just try not having them.
Okay, you first.
You know what they say, lead by example, which is why I'm not a good leader.
I tried finding a witch's hat at a Spirit one time for Rosemary, but I'd have it.
Wait, Spirit Halloween didn't have any witches' hats? How?
No, they didn't have any witch's hat that would like fit snugly on Rosemary's head.
Oh, I see.
I was gonna get her a witch's hat and put that on her and take a picture, but no, I'm gonna have to settle with just the candy bowl.
You could just, have it sit over her eyes like she's Orko or something.
Probably. That or, I know for a fact that, I could get a Christmas hat that'll fit on her head.
Like a Santaman hat?
Yeah, just like a Santa hat. Like a little Santa hat for her. Juicy noises.
You did say we're squeezing the jelly out. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good way to end the night.
Waiting for the right
Yep.
to bring it to life.
You are not just a masked terror mask. I don't believe you for a second. Up, shotgun! It's a boomstick.
Yep, this is the part. This is the part.
And the corpse happens to look like Ash from Evil Dead.
Yep, here we go. My favorite line in this entire game.
Not just yet. We get to go on this shotgun rampage first.
Yeah. It's a shame, though, you can't have dual shotguns. Like, you can juggle shotguns in, like, the original Splatterhouse.
Yeah.
In this case, I what say you?
Yeah, now let's get that invincible roll.
It's gonna definitely help with this boss fight.
Yeah. Because there's going to be a lot of dodging going on in this fight. See, anything else I
think if you also listen closely to when Jim says the line, you could hear like the music from like I think either Splatterhouse 1 or 2 as like the intro to the boss fight.
It would probably be Splatterhouse 1 because that's the only game that this enemy was in prior to this.
Because it's like a more intense version of his boss theme.
Yeah. Character, and by the way, they got his name wrong because the fandom had his name wrong for decades, to the point where the developers of this game got his name wrong because the fandom called him that for decades.
Any floor will do.
Okay.
Anyway, let's ride the elevator.
Yep, there's the Jennifer theme.
Yeah, that's Jennifer's theme.
Oh, hello. The one moment that people said, oh shit.
Yep. What's worse than a maniac with a chainsaw? A maniac with 2 chainsaws grafted to his hands.
Yes, we are. Because guess what? This fucker took a lot of players' quarters as well as a lot of continue.
Yep. Until you figured out the dual shotguns trick.
Yep.
Even then, that requires
Hey.
perfect play of the level to get to that point.
Also, hey, I know this guy. Yeah, we're screwed. Yeah, Jim Cummings, you are not wrong.
My shotgun ran out.
Oh, uh-oh. Well, gonna have to beat the living crap out of him. Go for it.
Anyway, this guy's name is Biggie Man. Or so you think. That's actually wrong. To the point. And it was so widely spread. You wanna know what his name actually is, according to,
what is it?
According to the, Japanese instructional manual for the, Splatterhouse arcade
What is
game.
it?
Piggy Man.
Rick,
Ooh. Also, I hear his original boss theme playing in a remixed form. I hear it.
Show him why we call it Splatterhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother.
Well, hey, you know what? He started this, so guess what? Come here. Don't start what you don't start what you can't finish.
I like that he uses the whole, like, slasher movie villain, thing of, like, whenever you can't see him, he teleports away thing as a mechanic in the fight. To, make it so you can't just, like, to make it so you can't just get him with one finisher.
Yeah, it's a very good homage to the genre. Beat his ass down. Take his own chainsaws and kill him. Come to think of it, having chainsaws grafted to your hands, being chased by someone who has that would be very...
Yes. That was probably the longest combo I've had in this game, and it was just uninterrupted wailing on Biggie Man. I'll be taking that.
End him.
Oh yeah, boy, we're in for a chainsaw duel. Ooh.
This girl is yours. Jen, you once told her you'd love her until the end of the world. It's time to prove it, Rick. The end of the world is coming.
Rick,
Damn
stop,
straight.
he's already dead.
No, not dead enough. Not dead enough. Who said he was done? Take both chainsaws, end him.
Classic game unlocked, Splatterhouse 2. So we've got 2 of the 3 original Splatterhouses unlocked. Time for another flashback.
That guy's an expert in something called necrobiology. Maybe he likes to take his work home with him. We'll take a look at this one. Could be Aztec, I think.
Rick?
General rule of thumb, if something starts with necro, it's not good.
That wouldn't die.
Do not trust someone if they call themselves a necrobiologist.
Nice landing.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not fused to your disc. I'd consider that a
So is this the next chapter?
Oh,
Yeah, but we're gonna end here.
well, carving's.
Yeah.
I'd say we're somewhere in southern Mexico.
We'll end this on a high note.
Yeah.
good. And wrong.
So that was peak Jim Cummings.
100 and something feet, we're back where we started. West had all this shipped here and built into the foundations of the mansion. A lot of people.
Yeah. We're going to quit here, and then we'll reload the chapter from the beginning when we start tomorrow night, because that will play the cutscene again for people who missed it.
Yep.
They're collectibles. No, we're not looking at the photos of Jennifer. I'm not getting TOS banned. We also have some journal entries from Dr. Henry West.
From the Journal of Dr. Henry West, Arkham, 1756. Was it only 4 years ago that I first stepped ashore at Boston Harbor, with my beloved bride, Lenora, at my side? She is dead now, taken by cholera. The surgeon's hands saved hundreds in the outbreak that swept through the colonies. Yet I failed to prevent the death of my own wife. Tonight, God willing, I will join her. To take one's own life is a mortal sin, but perhaps I can lead his hand. Poison shall be my nepenthe. I leave my estate to the people of Arkham. This mansion has become a house of horror. In time, may it become known as a place of healing, and stand as a memorial to her beauty and grace.
Dr. West.
Well, yeah. The loss of
de l'amour. It seems the good Lord is not yet ready to accept me, nor to forgive my sins. For as I lay...
Also, l'amour triomphe de l'amour means love triumphs over death.
To me, his face, a pale mask of serenity. His message, she doesn't have to die. I returned from that dark place.
So a mask spoke to him and said she doesn't have to die?
Time's advances upon the flesh, and the promise that...
Where did we hear that before?
God willing, science might one day restore Lenora to life.
Was it not one of the first lines we heard in the game?
Yeah.
My rational mind tells me it was a delusion, born of the laudanum I took. Nothing more. And yet, the apparition had spoken the truth. She lies perfectly preserved now, serene, as if sleeping, like some princess in a grim tale. She shall sleep enough for the both of us. I must go to work.
All of that was just the first entry.
Yeah, also, this poor guy, it's definitely because love can make a man either very happy or very bitter or sorrowful, and losing a loved one just amplifies that.
Yes, it does.
From the Journal of Dr. Henry West. The war against the British continues. General Washington hails me as a hero and credits me with saving the lives of many of his troops through my skills as a surgeon. All that matters, though, is the knowledge I can glean from the shattered and bloody bodies that are laid out before me. They will be the textbooks from which I will learn the secrets of life and death. I have learned so much in the last 20 years of study, but my beloved Lenora remains perfect but lifeless, while I continue to age. I fear that the secrets I seek will not be easily discovered in the span of one normal human lifetime. I have exhausted all possible sources of knowledge in the fledgling nation of these United States. With the limited resources available to me in the Americas, I have already achieved some small success in my experiments into the reanimation of dead matter, a scientific discipline that I have come to call necrobiology. It is my belief that further advances may be made through close study of some of the knowledge contained within the countless libraries and universities of Europe. For I think that this may not be a new science at all, but a very old one previously dismissed as necromancy. I leave my beloved Lenora behind me, preserved in a catacomb beneath a large plot of land I have purchased outside Arkham. She will remain there, safe and hidden, until I return.
I just hope he doesn't get necromantic with one of his necrobiology experiments.
Oh God.
Had to.
The Journal of Dr.
Even though
At last, a breakthrough. After scouring Europe in search of the crumbs of knowledge I required, I found the last few vital pieces I needed here, in Edinburgh, where I first studied to be a physician decades ago. What I have found is not a means of restoring life, but of prolonging it. Armed with this new knowledge, I will be able to extend my life far beyond its natural limit, allowing me to work tirelessly to achieve my goal. Wherever I go, I am driven out, pursued by angry mobs and rumors of witchcraft and murder. These ignorant fools. It is not witchcraft I practice, but science. And does not science require sacrifice? War again, as the great European powers take to the field against each other. I care not for the petty squabbles of nations and conquerors. All that matters is the work and the advancement of my knowledge of the frailties of human flesh and the ways in which it can be surgically altered and improved upon. Surgery is the key to the restoration of life. I feel sure of it now. A few more decades, a few more wars, and my scalpel blade will finally cut through to find the secret knowledge that I know is hidden within these maimed and bloodied forms.
See, this is something you really should not be messing with. But
Yeah.
no one listens. Because the thing, it's not just immoral, but the fact that if you fuck with something that you're not meant to fuck with, it's gonna come back and bite you.
You know what they say, if you ooh-woo at the abyss long enough, the abyss ooh back.
Yes, and this poor bastard, I get it, you lost your loved one, but you're playing a very dangerous game here.
Yes. All right. That is going to do it for Splatterhouse tonight.
So peak Jim Cummings.
Peak Jim Cummings, yes. And let's see who we're going to raid. We're going to raid Cloud Sato, who is playing Batman Arkham City.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you to Miles and Niko for co-hosting with me tonight. Go give Cloud Sato my warmest of welcomes. I'll see you guys tomorrow night with more Splatterhouse. Until then, and dreams.
Remember not to perform any necromancy on your way home.
It's not necromancy, it's necrobiology.
Same thing, different name and concept.
Good night, everybody.